stupid. Blowing mics are hot. There you go.
Fuck, we're live. We'll do it live.
We're rolling.
God, such a good clip.
That was. He was angry.
What's his name? O'Reilly? No.
Yeah, Bill O'Reilly.
Bill O'Reilly.
Early
O'Reilly.
days of Bill O'Reilly. Unhappy with his teleprompter.
Omar, are you going to produce this episode? Or are you just over there pushing buttons? Are you committed?
I gotta shoot it, edit it, post it.
Are you engaged?
I'm engaged.
You look like you're on TikTok over there.
I'm just taking shots.
Okay.
He's doing a TikTok dance over there.
No.
You see his outfit? Pretty on point over there as a podcast producer today.
On point. It's what about it's on point?
I don't know. He likes to go the dark theme. Like,
It's very
just
young.
straight
It's very young
Dark Knight.
Omar. He's a guarantee to dress like it's 110 outside, which it is, and which makes sense. But then throw on a down jacket.
I know.
And walk around everywhere with
threw
a down
on his
jacket.
long sleeve right before he walked in here. I was like, "Is there something I don't know about in that room? Is it like a meat?
Usually gets-
is it meat fridge in
They
there?
turn the AC on a little bit in here, and that gets really cold.
Lies. That's a
Don't
lie.
want body fat.
Omar might be the only guy I've ever met that with 5-inch shorts on and a soft shell jacket.
That's true.
Like routinely.
I did forget to mention that to the listeners. His shorts. It's not just shorts. It's like 3-inch shorts. It's Hoochie Daddy shorts with a t-shirt.
And he's wearing a puppy jacket.
By the way, shaved legs, shaved arms. When are you going to stop doing that?
I don't.
You're not in high school anymore.
You definitely shave.
Whenever time trials are over.
I'm on some team still. So.
You got a swim meet today, so you fresh leg shave.
Swim.
You got to stop shaving your legs, dude. We got to talk about that.
I don't.
You got to stop shaving
shaves
your
his
legs.
face every day, probably twice a day.
You definitely shave your legs though.
I swear on my life I don't.
Come over here.
This is not where I thought this podcast was
I
going.
swear on my life, I do not shave my legs.
Who? There was somebody that literally shaves, and
It's Omar.
I thought it was someone else. No, who is it?
Fake news.
So not only can you not grow a beard, you can't even grow leg hair. Do you have alopecia? What is going on?
No. Bad genetics, I guess.
Yeah. Anyways, Brady, who do we have today?
Well, yes. Let's get back to the podcast at hand, huh? We have Mr. Scotty B again.
I'm here.
He's here.
Scott
One
Butler.
of my favorite guests that we've had on.
You
What's
say
the
that.
descent of the last name?
I have no idea. European mutt.
Claims he's Italian on the.
My grandmother was Ottaviano, and then
You could pass for
she
Italian
was.
for sure.
I mean, she was first generation Sicilian, and then Porter likes to claim Italian, but not a lot of lineage there.
I'm more Italian than you for sure.
Are you
You're like
though?
German, like
I don't know.
Yeah.
On the eye test here, I don't know.
Really?
No, I'm
What
just
about-
saying that.
He gets a little upset when people insult his non-existent Italian heritage. Yeah, and then just I think German and English. My mom's side of the family is just all European mutts.
Nice.
And then it's hard to say that though. I mean, if your family's been in America for
American.
250 years or whatever,
American.
like, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm American. I'm American. That's right.
The last time we had him on was it episode 102? 23 episodes ago, I think.
wow.
You guys described your elk hunt you had together last year.
I was not on that one. This is my first podcast with you.
Yeah, you're out of town or something.
Yeah, I was with my kid.
Nice.
This is your second?
Second.
Third.
Happy to be back. Second. Yeah.
Second?
It was we were talking your Colorado hunt, right?
Yeah, that was fun, huh?
That was a fun hunt.
What's new in your world
He's
now?
still mad though I didn't punch the tag.
I'd be mad
We still
too.
kind of are.
There were
Yes.
some allegations of me being bloodthirsty towards the end of that hunt, which I think was overstated. It was a little dramatic.
I
Just
think
'cause
you wanted me to smoke a cow on.
I was
day
just
4.
asking. I mean, everything had, at least 5 points, if not 6. I was like, "What's wrong with that one? What's wrong with that one? What's wrong with that one?"
In all fairness, I'd be mad too. I mean, you went out there.
It's true.
You didn't have the tag.
You
Nope.
gave
You took the
time,
time.
away from your family
Did
to
a lot
go
of
with
camp
Porter.
chores. I was doing a lot
And
of
you
camp
were
chores.
just asking for one thing.
Just pull the trigger.
Yeah.
Press the trigger.
There we go, Brady.
Just press it.
And you didn't. I see where it's coming from, honestly. That's like the weird zone of the friends hunt. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
when you're the help. Like, hey man, I'm kind of expecting some action. I'm taking time away from work, family. Like that's kind of the, like the payback.
Yeah, I get it.
I mean, we had a lot of action. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't want to give the impression I was unhappy. It was a fun hunt.
You were unhappy.
I was unhappy.
He wasn't. And film guy too. Nate, our film guy.
Yeah, I had an accomplice. Every time I said, "Hey, what's wrong with that one?" The film guy's like, "What is wrong with that
Nate
one?"
had to actually pull me off on.
Well, that's because you got bloodthirsty and you're going to shoot a spike.
It was not a spike. It was. It was just.
Branch antler bull only.
It was not a 6-point. That's for sure.
Nate is so underrated too, because even in the heat of the moment, what was his question to you? It was like, "Are you sure you want to do that?" It wasn't like, "Do not." It was like, "Porter, Porter, do you have a round chambered right now?"
Are we
Porter.
releasing that as a GOHUNT original?
Yeah. Hey.
When does that one come out?
Not all hunts end in success, and that was.
October?
October it comes out.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I agree. Not all hunts end in success. I mean, it's pretty evenly split when you really think about it.
Yeah. We definitely had action. It was an adventure for sure.
Learned a lot.
But that particular setup, I think part of it, I was thinking about that setup the other day. Part of it was just, it was 120 yards away or whatever, and it was like the perfect like setup where you could just see a little bit of body, like you could take the shot. It was like part of that was.
It's still in your head like that?
Oh yeah, that was.
We have a friend going back this year.
We do have a friend going back.
That's thick. It's thick up there.
We can't. He'll be mad if. Well, actually, he's pretty open. We'll let him say it.
It is thick, but it'll be a different season where they're a little bit more vocal.
Oh, cool.
That could be. He could do
A
well.
little different weaponry,
Archery.
a little different behavior.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Different if
honestly,
they're
it should be
screaming.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you're hunting timber like that, when they're screaming, it's just a totally different ball game.
Just because they're like, how
You,
so?
you can just tell where you don't need to see them. Like the audio, you can just tell where they are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you can move accordingly without even needing to see them. You know what I mean? Where you guys are kind of like bouncing through, and then all of a sudden it's like, holy shit, they're right there.
Yep.
You would have known they were right there because they're screaming.
Yeah.
Have you ever been on a rut hunt or experienced running bulls? Scott?
The very, very first year I had a tag in my pocket was in Utah, and it was a really late rut. I didn't even know what that was at the time, but so yes, and I got really, really lucky. So it was a spike hunt in Utah, and it was a late rut, and they were
Going nuts.
I mean, I thought that was normal elk hunting, and I remember came back and I was like, that was. I mean, I felt like I was in Jurassic Park. It was just like dinosaurs screaming everywhere, and
Yes.
you'd take 20 steps in one direction, and you'd hear a new group, and then it was. I mean, it was a lot of fun.
And those will ruin you.
Well, it definitely lit the fire in me. It didn't ruin me. I think maybe it was just lucky that was the first time
Yeah.
I put a weapon.
Got you bit nicely.
Yeah, it did.
So this podcast is going to go a bunch of different ways.
Well, it's actually, this is a good lead in because
Yes.
what are we talking about, Brady?
Have a tag, now what? And then don't have a tag, now what?
That's why we have Scott Butler here.
Scott,
You were-
which side of the train are you on?
Yeah, to be clear, do not have a tag.
We had to
So help.
We had to call in help for a do not have a tag.
Yes.
What do we do?
Yeah.
And your job is going to be asking all kinds of questions.
I got plenty of them.
Brady is going to run through the magic of Insider, and we're going to give you some answers.
Love it.
And then who's on the opposite side of the spectrum? Who has a tag? A pretty
Me.
bomber tag.
Me, Porter, and Brady.
Porter especially.
Porter especially.
I did get a little bit of that Lorenzo luck came over my
Yeah,
side.
which I have a problem with because the day you started saying Lorenzo Luck, it's been gone. Like I haven't,
Jeez,
I haven't had a really good tag since.
He drew a non-resident sheep tag in New Mexico.
Yeah, but since that day you said Lorenzo Luck, it's
That might have been 2014, but yes.
I've never drawn like a premier tag since then.
See, having only been in this game for like 4 or 5 years, every other year, Porter's like, man, this is crazy. It's once in a lifetime. I was like, it's not feeling once in a lifetime, but every other year.
I know
You
he
sound
keep-
like my wife.
He keeps saying Lorenzo Luck. The tags he has had in his short, like the tags he's drawn in his short time, it's
It is
unbelievable.
absolutely insane.
It is pretty insane.
Nevada has been unbelievable to you.
Nevada has been incredible.
Yeah,
And
And I've been a
You're in
resident my
elk.
whole life in Nevada. I didn't even revoke my residency when I went to college. I still kept my residency in Nevada when I was in college.
I thought my guy Scotty was going to draw something because he's starting to. You have 3 or 4 points now.
4, yeah.
So 4 as a resident of Nevada, you're definitely starting to.
I mean, you're starting to play, yeah.
Depends, especially what you apply for. But I got lucky as hell. I don't know what the odds are. I mean, it's a PIW tag, which is it's Partnership in Wildlife. Do you have to be a resident? Is it resident and
I think there was
non-resident?
2 non-resident, right? Isn't that what we
Oh
saw?
yeah, it is. Yeah,
There
deer.
was
PIW
2.
deer. There's.
How many total was there?
I think there's 25 total, which is way more than we thought.
Yeah,
I thought
so
there was like 5.
23 went to residents.
Correct, and 2 were non-residents. So my
I know there's not
You
a
had
lot
a-
of non-resident
You had a
tags.
0.4% chance.
0.4 point.
Like 4% chance.
No, 0.4.
No,
0.4.
isn't there another 0 there?
So move it over.
0.04?
0.4%
This is
chance.
0.004. So you had 0.4% chance. There was I don't want
I
to
don't even think it's that good though.
I had
think it was-
somebody you had less than 0.5% to draw.
I think it's worse than that.
Cuz I got the text today of how many I don't know if we can say that, but
I think the point is
I got
you're
a
very
text today
lucky.
of how many.
Do you want to explain kind of what the PIW tag allows you to do?
Yeah, so it's a special.
This is how many resident applicants there were.
Oh, I thought you had a 0 short there.
No, that's how many resident
Oh,
applicants
okay,
there were.
you're right. So what is that? So
You had
we're-
less than 0.5% chance of drawing.
Yeah. So what is that? That's
23 divided by that.
4 out of 1,000. Yeah.
Yes.
All right, math is hard.
Yeah.
You just know it's less than 1%.
I just said yes. I have no idea if that was right. I just said
I think you are
yes.
right. So, anyway, I got shithouse lucky. It's a conservation tag,
Partners in Wildlife.
partners in wildlife, partnership in wildlife, and so I can hunt any unit that has a deer season going on, and I just have to follow the dates and the weapon that's going on. So
Yep.
if there's like a late archery, then I have to hunt with a bow, but I can hunt it. So I can hunt any unit. It's pretty special.
Any open hunt, any deer hunt that is open, he can go hunt it. Doesn't
Yep.
matter which unit.
And he has to abide by the weapon type.
The
as well.
weapon rules. Yes.
So it's basically, it's a statewide tag.
yeah.
Anything goes, but you have to go within
Yeah.
the season
But
days
like
and
the
certain weapon
late
type.
archery in, like the late archery that Trail had, he can hunt that, but he just has to hunt it with a bow. He can't go hunt it with a gun.
Porter,
You know
is
what I mean?
that at all like intimidating because there's so many options of dates and weapons and locations?
Yeah.
Like, how do you even?
you hear stories like it's called the curse of the PIW tag, because people can like spin out a little bit or they can hold out more than maybe they should. Because yeah, you almost have two. It's actually like work and family is the limiting factor. It's not the hunt dates.
Your wife,
like it's the
your wife understands. It'll
Oh,
be
she's
fine.
super chill. It's the perfect tag if you're retired though, and you were just like you could hunt 100 days if I wanted to. Like,
Yeah,
it's-
it literally
it's
it
epic.
opens. So the earliest he could start hunting in the state is August 10th, and the latest hunt goes into
multiple in the December.
like
Yeah.
multiple. I think one of them's the end of December, like December 31st. So he could hunt August 10th to December 31st.
Yeah, I mean it's more of like
What can you actually get away with?
yes.
Yeah.
So
The thing that's crazy for me though is Porter is the logistics and planning king.
Yeah.
So this has got to be just a mental mind, just mess
You're just
going on right now. Because he doesn't know how to plan
Yeah.
for it. Because like try to plan for archery. Do I pick up a bow? Do I just go all in a muzzleloader? Do I then go into rifle? Do I then go in late rifle stuff? Like,
I'm already pretty stacked.
do we
I
tell?
think.
Should we drop the rumor that you might pick up a certain weapon?
I was
type?
gonna say, have you ever bow hunted?
No.
Are you? Is that off the table?
Yes.
Oh, it
How many
is?
times have you
Okay.
shot a bow? in
No,
your life,
not
Porter?
off the table. It's on the table.
No,
it's
on,
on
the
the
table. I
table.
thought you said on.
So
No,
you
I
are
am
the
gonna-
So you are gonna do
Yes.
it.
I'm gonna be strategic with how I do it. I mean, look, I'm gonna scout in August, so I might as well have a bow in my hand. Like I'm gonna be out there looking for deer. Muzzleloader is the season that I'm gonna go really, really pretty hard on.
Okay.
Which
Muzzleloader.
muzzleload dates in Nevada are incredible. September 10th. It's a phenomenal season.
So they should still be in their summer-ish pattern. It's early now. It is a full primitive weapon, no scope or anything. It's full primitive weapon. But yeah, I'm gonna go like those 10 straight days probably of muzzleloader if I haven't killed an archery. But so I'm gonna use archery as like I'm hunting and scouting at the same time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna run cameras in July because I've never done that. I'm really excited about that. And there's some decent units, as you know, within sub 3 hour drive or right
Yeah.
at 3 hours from Vegas. So like good excuse to like get in the field. And so you can run cameras in July. So I'm going to run cameras. I'm going to go put out some cameras in July. I'm going to look at like how long they last without any kind of battery issues, but 2 or 3 weeks. And I have to pick them up, I think, by midnight on the 31st, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
They have to be completely gone by the 1st, right?
Yes.
Yep. August 1st.
So all the cameras got to get down, but hopefully that gives me a little bit of inventory on like where bucks are, at least in the summer, and like maybe a little bit of inventory I'm gonna really focus on like 1, maybe 2 units though,
Yeah.
for at least archery and muzzleloader. Because
And then shout out to what's their full name? Arrowhead. What's their
Arrowhead Rifles.
Arrowhead
oh
Rifles.
yeah, they're hooking up Brady and I pretty good with.
And they have changed the game for muzzleloader. Like it's just different now. Muzzleloaders are very accurate, very consistent. It's not what it used to be.
Yeah, it's the same.
What's like the lethal range on something like
your
that?
eye.
If you're comfortable with it.
The gun itself easily 400, 500 yards with the muzzleloader.
Consistent.
So basically,
Which to say with the muzzleloader Sabot to be consistent at that range, like I
Yeah.
mean, 5-10 years ago, that was like you wouldn't even think
No
about
chance.
That.
but keep in mind though, that's aiming at maybe a 1 MOA plate at that distance and painted white,
Right.
easy to see.
Right.
So if we're talking hunting situations, 250 yards is not out of the game. Aiming at a smaller deer target is going to be probably a little more limiting, but it's all about, like Porter said, your eye.
Yeah.
Because you still have to look through the rear peep and you have to look through the front peep housing as well, which is normally a little crosshair. And you can we'll paint it like white and all those little tricks to try to like enhance that color contrast. So aiming at an animal is actually pretty difficult. And so that's going to cut it back. But the gun is capable for a lot more. Like if you threw a scope on there, like before when we could use some scopes in other muzzleloading states, it's basically a single shot rifle. Like they're lethal.
Wow.
And they've gotten so consistent. So even like the 200-yard stuff, just to know, like when I press this trigger, Brady,
Yes.
it's like it's going to hit where I'm aiming. It's not like those old muzzleloaders we used to use where it's like, well, this one could be 3 inches
Yeah.
high or 4 inches left.
Yeah.
I don't really know.
Yeah. It's
You
all
know?
over the place.
Yeah.
It's your eye though. Have you looked through a peep sight?
I mean, I've done a lot
Or
of
like an
shooting.
iron
Like,
sight?
I mean, not on anything of this caliber, no. But I mean, I've looked through peep sights before.
I mean, it's crazy because you get so spoiled with an optic on a rifle.
Yeah.
Like, and that glass, you start poking, pulling in on the optic. You feel so confident because you can see it so clearly in that glass on a rifle.
Yep.
You're going through your peep and you're like, and if they have that summer coat and they're kind of in some like brown vegetation, you're kind of like, wait, where's that? And then you see like their white butt through the peep sight. And you're like, oh, there he is. And then you're like, it's all about what
you
your
better
eye
get
can
those
see.
contacts in early that morning.
So you have a very proficient weapon, but you still have to get really close. But it's going to make that close range a lot easier because if
Yeah.
you have a turret system on the back or whatever you have on it, like you saw my elk film.
Yep.
I had to walk away from that bull with 20 some minutes of shooting light left because I could see it naked eye, whatever it was, 280 yards away, but I could not see the peep to shoot. Like that's the frustrating part, and that's what Porter's going to experience again. Like he had a muzzleloader tag before, but it's like those deer come out in those low light situations, and if you're in
Yeah.
position for it. And you just can't see because that buck's in the shadows. Like he might have to walk away, and that's the worst feeling ever.
Oh.
Walking
You know,
away
everybody-
that close, and not being
Everyone
able to
talks
press it.
about light gathering on optics.
Yep.
Like, oh, it gathers so much light. Yeah, you really know when you look through a peep and it gathers no light, and then you compare it to an optic, you're like, oh,
That's
this
a real
is the
thing.
light.
The
Yeah.
human is the lymphatic
Yeah.
here. Yeah. That's crazy.
It's your naked eye. It's weird. It's
So you have one tag. I have no tags. I feel like you have more variables to way more variables to worry about and consider than I do.
I do, but I want to stay grounded because again, people, it's like you hear about the curse of this tag
Yeah.
because people are like, I have so many chances. I have months and months and months, and then you burn more and more time. I mean, hunting's still hunting,
Yeah.
so and I don't have unlimited time in the field, so I'm gonna try to be like I'm gonna try to have fun with it. Remind me of this in like September if I'm getting my ass kicked or October. I'm trying to have fun with the tag. I want to enjoy. I want to get some good days in the field, but I don't want to torture myself.
Yeah. You know, you got a really good buddy, like a close friend that's not going to be doing anything the entire month of July and August, right?
Retired.
Retired. Just wide
Yeah,
open
you
on
don't
time.
start till. Oh yeah, we'll definitely go in July. But then you're signing up to help a lot of people.
I mean, I'm pot committed to help Zach and you. That's it. Those are my two agreements.
I thought you had a buddy that drew the archery elk.
He did, but he hasn't asked. I mean, he said he'd get back to
Oh,
me.
gotcha.
He drew like I won't say the unit, but
Yeah.
Utah archery. I think he burned 17 points on it.
Who
Bow-
drew it? Who was it?
Dane, my buddy Dane.
Raider.
Yeah, Raider. Yeah,
All right.
he's been.
He got some good odds on that, right? Like he.
Yeah, he's a military guy, so he's a Utah resident.
Oh,
He's stationed here. Great dude, been hunting his whole life, but he grew up in Wisconsin, whitetail hunting and stuff, and he's been hunting archery elk for I don't know 7-8 years in the West, and been putting in for this one. I mean, he drew it this year, so he's
Good for him.
He's got his eyes set on like your broken bull type something.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Good for him.
But so you're starting to get a plan together.
Yep. Yeah.
So yeah, what are his options? He was pretty bummed the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to derail. We were not done talking about PIW yet, but I mean.
Oh, okay. So I'm gonna go July cameras, August go at least twice for probably like 4 or 5 day like trips, and like probably sit water with a bow. Or I mean, there's no chance I'm gonna be proficient by then. But if I can get comfortable, he's got a bow already dialed and set up. So we're gonna start practicing here in the next.
What kind of waiver is Porter going to sign for practice here? Remember there was a test everyone had to go through?
Yeah, he's got to go do the shooting test in the warehouse.
Is he going to be practicing with broadheads on it, or is it like there's
No,
no
yeah,
chance?
He's gonna have to pass the shooting test to be able to shoot in the.
Can we give him like a kid's bow first with the rubber darts on the end and then work his way up? I mean,
We'll put some blunt tips and those big fan vanes on the back just to really slowly arrow down.
For a first-time archery hunter, because I know Porter. He'll practice enough to get good enough to be responsible in the field. But what's a reasonable range? Like 50 yards? Do you think it's too much to say he could take a stable 50-yard shot in his first season with a bow, or is that?
It's so individualistic with that. Like you said, if anybody could do it, it's Porter, because he's so hyper detailed and he'll like freak out until he's comfortable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's just kind of the personality Porter is.
Take that as a compliment.
He asks a million questions for the simplest thing to get comfortable. It's just his personality. So like, yeah, Porter. I think Porter, just his personality could shoot 50 yards. His first one. I'd say like 50, 60 is probably the cutoff for. I mean that, and obviously this is barring how is he shooting going into it. Right now it's all theoretical. So,
do you feel confident doing spot and stock with a bow, or are you just going to really focus on water because it's first year bow hunting and you get like a 20, 30 yard shot? Like, how do you feel about that?
I feel comfortable stalking. Stalking with a bow is different than stalking with like a muzzleloader. I don't know. I mean, where I'm really comfortable is like if I just practice a lot and then hopefully have a little bit of inventory of the deer out there from running cameras, and I sit water and can get lucky on a. If I get lucky, I don't. And most of those hunts, especially that time of year, it's like over an hour into daylight, and then I can get up to some knobs and still get some glassing in, and then like learn roads and scout during the day. Like feel like I'm being productive, and then just sit. I mean, and commit to water. I mean, there's a lot of giant bucks killed off water like that, and there are certain guzzlers or spots like that. So. We'll see.
I think it's a good strategy though, because like I said, you're sitting water in the morning, you're running roads, you're learning it, you're dropping waypoints all the time, learning these units.
Yeah.
Nothing better than scouting with a chance to kill.
Yeah.
It just makes scouting that much more fun.
Yeah, exactly. A little sweat.
Yeah. Just makes it that much more fun.
Get lucky, get lucky. If not,
Yeah.
you still learned stuff, you know? And because it's so early, right? It's August 10th that there's a bunch of people that won't be in the field yet. So there'll be guys from the office that want to come and join. And Bones and Jordan, shout out. They want
Bones and Jordan, really?
Ooh.
Yeah.
The GOHUNT Groms.
Yeah.
These dudes are awesome.
They are. So yeah, I'm excited about that. Hopefully then by then I'm like comfortable with the unit that I'm focused on. I've seen some deer and I'm like starting to like really hone in, and then it's like, then that's why I want to go the first 9 straight days of muzzleloader. That's where I'm really going to be serious.
Yeah.
And then
the one thing I'm slightly worried about in this whole situation is, so you're going to be practicing with the bow here coming up a lot.
Yeah.
You're going to go bow hunting, and then we have to instantly switch over and do a bunch of muzzleloader practice.
Yeah.
So like you got to try to find time, in the mornings to go to the range with me to shoot muzzies, and then go out in the field and shoot some non-painted targets. Because like I said, the whole peep sight thing is hard to look at, so we should practice non-reflective targets. Like there's going to be so much time involved in this hunt, like weaponry-wise practicing.
yes, the fact that we have a range in our warehouse really opens up the archery.
The
part
archery
of it.
side, yeah.
And no, I'm going to be very serious about getting comfortable with that muzzleloader. And Arrowhead sending us, 2 muzzleloaders. We'll do a bunch of content and like the range right next to our house. So like, no, that's got to be a huge priority because muzzleloader season goes, I want to say the 10th through September 31st in almost all the units that I'm looking at. So that's a pretty long chunk. And then, especially down in like the desert, they become ghosts. So come October, okay, you got a rifle in your hand, but they are way harder to find.
Are you going to then maybe avoid that October-ish hunts and maybe do some inventory checks with the weapon in hand and then focus more on the late season?
Yeah, you start getting into October, that's where the panic could start to set in a little bit.
That's the curse.
Man, there are some good early
Yeah.
November hunts though with the rifle,
That's the thing.
and then there's some late rifle hunts, some migratory hunts, and then there's the late archery as well. I mean, I don't think you want to get to that late archery.
I don't.
But even like that late rifle migratory hunt,
Right.
that's a great fallback if you ever had to.
Exactly. There's 2 different or 3 different of those real late.
There's 2 good migratory late rifle hunts.
There's the migratory one, then there's that rut one
Then there's a run.
in northern Nevada, which should be fun. And then there's a couple of those that go. They call them late rifles. They're not like late like Colorado standards, but they end on the 5th.
Yeah.
And Nevada tends, for whatever reason, even if it's
To rut
hot,
earlier.
they have very early rut here.
Yeah.
I always am like shocked by that.
Get spooky after Halloween. That's the age-old saying in Nevada.
100%. So
Yeah.
it's weird. November 1st here, they're ruddy.
Yeah. Halloween is kind of like a benchmark date for Nevada mule deer.
And you could go over to Colorado where it's way colder, and like November 8th, they're not. 9th, they're 10th, they're maybe as ruddy as they were here on the 1st. It's
interesting.
so strange.
There's got to be some biological answer there.
Got to be.
Yeah.
I mean, different strain of genetic. I mean, they're obviously 2 completely different deer when you've killed each of them and look at them on the ground. They're wildly different.
Really.
Yeah.
Porter, can I ask you the first of my 2? I have many dumb questions today, but I have 2. Are you locked, if you kill on a PIW tag, are you locked out in Nevada for that? Or that's...
He didn't even burn his points.
I didn't bring my points.
It's just a
I
total
wanna
random
punch you
lottery.
in the face.
Yeah.
Okay, so,
Yeah.
all
I
right.
got lucky.
He
Very
actually gained a bonus point because he didn't draw his deer.
hoping to draw a deer tag next year. Really,
Good for you.
frankly.
Yeah.
He didn't
so-
draw
good
his,
for you.
He didn't draw his deer application, so he actually gained a bonus point for not drawing there and got the PIW tag.
Couldn't have happened to a nicer guy. I am happy for you. I don't want all right, and then second is, at what point have you started? I know you, so I might already know the answers. Have you started setting sort of a bar that you're looking like quality wise in the animal? Because you've had some great hunts with some great deer. So
Yeah, I have.
is this more of an experience hunt for you, or is it like, hey, I have a benchmark of like, a
I'd
standard?
like to kill my biggest deer on this tag.
Oh, okay. So yes, you have
You
an
got a
answer.
benchmark.
Yeah.
But I
killed
don't
him.
want to be. Some people hold out like crazy. I'm not going to be like that. I mean, if I like the look of a deer and get excited, because the other thing is I'm not trying to just like be done. Because the other thing is the flip side is if I go shoot something on August 11th, I'm done for my season.
You're a big vibes guy. I've been in the
I
woods
mean,
with you, so you're like,
yeah.
hey,
Yeah.
we got some time here.
Yeah, let's enjoy it a little bit. So, because I did the thing that stung is I had a really fun backpack muzzleloader Colorado hunt planned with my guy over here, Bradley.
Whoa. I've never hunted that state before.
Sorry, in Mexico. We're going to Mexico on the big muzzy.
Oh, I thought it was Puerto Rico, but anyway,
Puerto
keep
Rico.
going.
Anyway.
You should probably explain how he had to cancel on me. I mean, we're buds and all, had this big plan together. All the scouting we've kind of done before we applied, had a big plan, go backpacking together. Last time we did was that badass llama hunt. We shot that buck.
It is bittersweet for real. Like I think
You wanted a backpack hunt so bad.
I
That's
think
the funny
you
thing.
agree because we just talked about muzzleloader in Nevada is really where I have to focus, which the
Yeah.
dates conflict with the area we were looking at or the state we were looking at. So
Country.
the United States.
So you were hunting North America.
And it was bittersweet for sure because that is absolutely the style.
Yeah,
This
that's the
is
style you
not-
love.
This is not going to be a backpack hunt at all, which is why I was so excited to do that
Mm-hmm.
with you. I really, really was.
No, I was pumped that you drew it. I'm just joking, but like,
You would agree though that I'm not leaving you hanging. I'm working on Plan B, C, and D for you. Like
yeah, you
I'm-
are. You're working on a lot of plans because I did not draw on that state, so I got to
Yeah.
scramble as well. So
Yeah, so I'm trying to make
talk
sure
later.
you're
I'm in the same boat.
not leaving you hanging, but that was a bittersweet. I mean, it's a good problem to have, but I didn't feel like I could do both. So anyway, I did give up my other tag and like to really focus on this one,
Yeah.
and then hopefully I can pull off an elk tag or something with you later on in the season. But yeah, so I want to get my money's worth on this.
I mean, the stage is set for a pretty awesome fall and winter for you.
Yeah, no, I'm excited. I want to have fun with it though.
Yeah. Well, we had a blast on your elk hunt last year. And
It was fun.
We didn't kill, but
It was fun.
Are we going to try to do any filming on this hunt? Because it's kind of a difficult one to plan around for like a film.
It is.
Oh, we can't just book a film guy August 10th through December 31st.
We can't
Yeah.
do
You
that.
can't?
Why can't you guys do
Come
it?
on, Luke, cut your rate.
Omar said he was giving up his season to
Oh,
just
nice guy.
come with me, which I thought was great. I don't know if he can physically hang on this style
Yeah, he
that I'll
probably
be
can't.
doing, but
shit,
no,
you-
I think we'll try to like self-film it or do something with it. Yeah, it's gonna be tricky because it's like a lot of days without a ton of action probably each day.
Yeah.
Put together, it's a lot of action, but it's
Yeah, because I just think overall, like, if you could get some selfie videos, some of the training with the different weapon types you got on Scout, it is a really cool story.
Yeah.
And eventually it'll come together as, like, you'll see you're really excited, to you're really stressed, you're really upset, to whatever else goes on. Like, it'll all come out emotionally on the film, like,
yeah.
because it's such a long season.
Yeah, my over under. What do you guys think? My over under on like the days in the field is probably like 25 or something. I mean,
I don't even know. I wouldn't even put a number on it.
It's
Ooh.
going to be.
Just let it happen. I don't
It's
even. I don't
probably
even
going
know.
to be a good number.
Let's not put labels on things.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
there's no reason to label this. Why you got to label it?
Well, I mean,
What, are you gonna tell your wife you're gonna be gone 25
Yeah.
days? No, you
She
let her
doesn't
find
listen
that
to
out
this.
when the 25th day comes.
Yeah, she doesn't listen to this podcast, but yeah, I mean, no, I'm trying to mentally prepare. It's going to probably be a good old desert grind.
So Nevada's just known for a grind too in general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If this was you, Lorenzo,
Yes.
that had this, would you do anything differently right now than Porter?
Oh,
I would hunt it super hard archery, like very hard.
Which makes sense because you're a bow hunter.
Yeah, I would hunt it much harder in archery than I would muzzleloader. I would still hunt it muzzleloader, and then I would, like I said, I love those migratory hunts that Nevada has. In my mind, and I've been super fortunate to kill some really nice deer, and I've killed quite a few deer overall. Obviously, not all of them are, great class, but I've had some really good deer hunts. So knowing that I could just fall back on a truly awesome, fun wall tent, middle of nowhere hunt with buddies, like in December, that's awesome for me. Like it would really help me hold out an archery and some of those days I get in on the weekends with muzzleloader and those earlier rifle hunts, to know I could just fall back to an unbelievable wall tent, middle of nowhere hunt with my
Yeah.
buddies.
Would you be as stressed?
No.
I'm stressed.
You're not stressed yet, but you're alluding to you're going to be stressed.
Could.
This year I would probably be stressed just because the two kids in the household has definitely turned things
That's a new
upside down.
dynamic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's turned things upside down. The two kids, whole nother dynamic.
Man-to-man defense. And then when you're not around, it's...
just so I could see it. I could see myself getting pretty stressed as it got closer, or like into the season when if I really did have to push it clear back to December, like that would be stressful.
And it could add some stress too, because you can think, well, we've had good water years, back-to-back years, been a lot of bucks that kind of made it slip through. Good year for antler growth.
Yeah, that I would be stressed about that, because if there's any year to kill your best buck to date, it is this year. I mean, the amount of water and carryover.
Look at
and-
Porter smirk right now. He's like,
Yeah.
oh,
Like,
adding a
this
little
don't
stress.
suck, baby.
We all went into all of us in this office went into the Nevada draw this year saying, like, hey, if there's any year to have a Nevada tag, like
This is
this
it.
is it. I mean, obviously we're never going to get the glory days back of the populations we used to have, but as far as like mature bucks carried over in a good water year, I mean, this is it.
So are you saying you'd go heavy archery primarily because of the weapon? Because that's what you're most comfortable with? And
Easier to find,
yeah.
especially, I mean, shit, today's 110. We're already well
Yeah.
over 100. So like, I mean, if things dry out and stays hot like this, I mean, you can really find some deer.
'Cause they're
Like,
gonna be-
really find them. Yeah. Kind of, it's like fishing in a barrel almost on some years. If it gets that hot and truly dries out,
Yeah.
it's like you can really get some inventory and really you can hone in on one small section and get a lot of different bucks.
I mean, there's so many different ways you could go with that tag. It's
Yeah.
like focus on the weepon type, focus on the location, focus on quality.
It is hard, especially when there's so many units
so
you
many
can go
options.
to.
I can't think of a better human being to have that tag, because you are.
We're gonna see if he truly is the logistics king.
Well, I think about the game plan film that you put together, and that was, I mean, obviously an awesome tag. But you had 72 different branch plans from one wall tent location and like your team.
Yeah.
I can't imagine. This is like the beautiful mind. There's going to be like in your office, there's going to be like a derivative equation of different units and like all kinds of stuff happens.
Then the hard thing is too, like, do you chase rumors?
Oh,
You
I
can chase
wouldn't.
rumors of bucks.
I wouldn't.
Yeah.
you start hopping around units. That's where you start spreading yourself.
That's, I
so
think, where it
thin.
comes-
There's a
Kurt.
difference of rumors though and a buck,
Yeah.
right? Like there's a difference. If you're chasing rumors, I would never do that on that tag. I just you're wasting way too much time. That
Yeah,
stuff,
you burn time.
and that's stressful. That takes the fun out of it. But like a buck that you know is there, and somebody said, "Oh, I just saw it over this canyon," like,
Yeah.
and maybe you had a picture of it, or maybe you
Yeah.
saw it on the hook, like something like that. Yeah, I would chase.
Then
Those.
you're not chasing a rumor there. You're
Yeah.
chasing.
You knew it. You've
Yeah,
seen it. You
it's
knew
there.
it.
I mean, that one when I had the muzzleloader, one of those years I had the muzzleloader tag. I would do like 2 days, 3 days, 2 days, 3 days. That just I don't, and that's the problem with this tag is you have so many options you can just run up because there's so many good units close to us. That's the part I don't want to do because I don't think it's really effective. So I'm trying to give myself like good chunks. That's why muzzleloader I want to, no matter how close we are to town or home, I want to be up there.
So
for
really, that's a really good
8 or
point.
9
We
straight
actually should bring up just from a kind of a being able to hunt a lot of days and having some a hunting career behind us, like me and Brady. When there is nothing better than being able to string a lot of days together because you're gathering info the entire time.
Yep.
And we talk about it a lot. Like if you ever do draw a tag, and this is why some of these Colorado tags are so stressful because they're 5 days.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you don't have the time to gather the intel and let it all come together. You kind of have to like make things happen on those 5 days when it's legally set to 5 days. But like there's nothing harder than weekend warrior hunting
Yeah.
because every time you go up, you're going to pick up something Saturday, pick up something Sunday, come home. You're going to go back up the next Saturday. Everything's different.
Everything
Deck's
changes.
reshuffled.
You're really starting
And you
back at
don't know what
zero.
happened. Where if you were there, you would see like, okay, where are these animals transitioning to on Monday? You'd pick something up. On Tuesday, you'd pick something up.
Yeah.
Wednesday, you might like really maybe lay eyes on them and be like, okay, he bedded right there. And then you can kind of work in on the plan and you're never losing the changes. You're staying up to date with the changes,
Yeah.
right? The deck doesn't reshuffle before you get there.
The worst thing I always experienced back in the day is like leaving an animal and then starting over and then going back the next weekend. Like, did that animal get shot during the week?
Yeah.
Did someone else bump him? And now I'm hunting an animal that just does not exist. Or I
Yeah.
wasn't there to see the animal get bumped and go a different direction. Like, you could just be hunting something that literally is not there.
Yeah.
Putting
And
all
that's-
your eggs in one basket.
And that's
for
why
nothing.
I love your plan for
Yeah.
muzzleloader. Like if you ever can string together 10 days, you definitely need to do it. Like no question about it. That's stringing together 10 days. You stringing together 10 days, September 10th to 20th, is way better than hunting every single weekend from August 10th to December
100%.
31st.
I would agree.
That's the blessing of the when you go out of state is you don't have that luxury of doing the weekend
Yeah.
warrior. So you like I'm going for these 8
Full
days
send,
and
yeah.
it is what it is. I've got to do the
Yeah.
best I can.
Yeah.
And I don't have no second chance.
Yeah.
Because you just
That's what's nice about
maximize
those
it.
like 14-day hunts where it's just full send, 14 days you can bank on it. You know what I mean? It's like this is it. I'm picking
most people,
these
though, it's
10
so
days
hard to
out of
get
these
14 days off of
Well, I'm
work.
saying I'm picking these 10 or these
yeah.
8 days out of these 14 and it's like full send. I know that's
yeah.
it.
Yep.
Yeah, the stringing together the days is the most important thing, especially in the desert. Like that is especially true.
Whether you
in the
guys
desert.
film it in the field or not, you have to have a camera on him in the office in between.
Oh, of course.
You gotta
Oh.
just. You need like a Monday morning. Hey, how'd it go this weekend?
we're gonna create a series, the Monday morning PIW check-in.
Perfect.
Is
Perfect.
this is a great time to throw pranks in there too at Porter.
Oh, he's such.
Bob
he
Gatto,
takes
bring
pranks
Bob Gatto
well.
back?
Like
Oh,
you roll with it so well that I love it.
Hopefully Cody can keep the camera on at least.
Yeah, you know, not put the camera away when we try to scare you. Or,
Damn place of business.
The ultimate fail, he cut the camera.
Dude, oh, I thought I was gonna get fired. Lorenzo told you to do this. I think he's going to protect you. Like,
Just the ultimate fail to cut the camera, the money shot, the gold. Cut the camera.
the money.
I can see it going one of two ways for you. Like I mean, a perfect script for a film would be like you found the animal, let's say in archery, maybe even got a spot and stock on him, didn't work out, come back and muzzy, find him again, put another move on him. You know, maybe you get him, maybe you don't, and then like seal the deal like late November. I mean, that's like you can win an Oscar for that, right? Like, but the stress associated,
I got stressed just listening to that story.
you would
Start
lose
sweating,
it.
he's twitching
I
over
know.
there.
You'd be like, oh, I already shot twice. Oh my god. It would be-
Trail's got an epic story about that because Utah dedicated hunter. He's from way back in the day. He found an absolute mega buck, his best buck to date, and it's one of the coolest bucks on planet Earth. Just the way it looks. I mean, he's not like some Arizona Strip thing, but he's just incredible the way he looks. Anyways, he found it in the archery. Stalked it a couple times, lost her for like a couple weeks, went back last weekend of archery, found it again, couldn't seal the deal. Then had to go back to work and was working for 3-4 days, then went up with a muzzleloader, saw it, couldn't kill it, went back to work, and then finally he was like, I'm packing it in. Like, I'm going,
This is it.
I don't care if I get fired, I'm going in. Well, it goes in the last, I don't know, couple days of muzzleloader, he ends up killing it.
Talking about that big hook, like big cheater buck,
It's
big flyer and
such-
stuff.
but it's his. I mean, you talk to him about. I mean, think about all the hunting that guy's done. The
Yeah.
animals he's killed. Like, that is the one that he. That's his.
That's
thing.
got to be his like
That was
crown
the
jewel.
storybook.
Yeah.
That was that buck. You know.
You couldn't write that script. That's amazing.
He went to work and went to his wife and was like, "Listen, I'm gone.
I gotta do
like,
this.
I gotta do this.
Daddy's got to do this.
Like, I need this for me.
Yeah.
And I'm gone." So he literally packed it in and went full send, left everything, and just went all in on the buck and killed it.
See, I want a camera on Porter 24/7, 365. If you get in that position, the
What-
drive up.
What about Porter just getting, Starlink and just going out in the field and just working
Yes.
remotely?
Love that.
You talk to my wife.
I have a little bit of sway in the Porter house.
I mean, you can set up a wall tent, bring the
I could-
kids.
Yeah.
Something about an Air Force man. They got some pull in the household.
She
Bring the
loves
kids
Scotty
over
B.
to my I got like a baker's dozen running around my house anyway. Just add your girls over there, be fine. She'll never know the
You already got a
difference.
plan.
There we
Yeah.
go. So
She'll probably love you more when you come. Absence makes a heart grow fonder. You're not around.
Yeah.
You don't leave your dirty socks around. It'll be perfect.
The benefit is she's switching sports to club volleyball. That doesn't start till October. So it's like,
Hey, here we go.
sports.
Here we go.
We're good.
No more
clear.
red cards for you on the
Yeah.
sideline. Those are perfect.
That's why she had to switch, because of the red card thing.
Yeah. It was a.
The
your
dad thing.
your king of logistics title is really going to be put to the test. Like, now we're really talking through this, and it's June. What is it? June 4th.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's coming. It's coming. The reality's hitting for
Mm-hmm.
sure. Like, this is for real.
I want you to give me an honest grade at the end of this season and tell me how you think I did logistically. Because I don't want to.
Oh, we'll definitely be there to judge you.
I don't think you're gonna have to search for feedback.
That's what friends do best. We will tear you down and then build you back up. That's what
Because
friends
the
do.
other, when I had muzzleloader, you helped me that one year.
Yeah.
I did not manage time. I did too
You
much
weekend
of that.
warriored.
Yes, and
That's why
And,
we talked
I
about this
wanna
year. You
learn,
need to string
yeah.
the days together, because you would have killed that buck if you could have strung together a week. You would have killed that buck.
deer still haunts me.
Yeah.
Remember that time we went up, like the last weekend? Like, there was a lot of action, but just like
Yeah, if we
distance
had
things.
if we
and-
had 4 or 5 days,
yeah,
I mean,
if we had to string them together.
we
yeah.
had 24 hours and we almost put it together.
Yeah.
That trip with you and Brandon.
I think
You
you're going
need
to
7-8 days together.
Yeah, you're going to crush
At
the
the least.
logistics of scheduling departure and arrival times, campsites, water, food.
Food.
Like, you will. That is. I would bet the mortgage on you every day. For that one.
Porter has I would be willing to bet Porter has the food dialed now.
Yeah,
Like, that's
gear.
that's
There will
his
be.
go-to.
You will probably have a section in your garage for like, this is the late November gear stack. This is the September gear stack. I think if you run into a challenge, it'll be, how do you manage your time from June 4th to the opener of like, did I get enough reps with a bow? Do I have enough reps
true.
with
That's
a muzzy? Like,
That's a great point.
At like that, and listen,
we're
I'm in
skipping
your
over
corner
that right now.
I'm in your
You're-
corner.
you're right.
You will do it. I think that's the one thing that's kind of new for you, right? In that respect, I'm excited to watch you be a rookie like me, because it's like you're gonna have to get some reps and sets. It's like 3 different training plans.
Yeah, I haven't had a muzzleloader tag in.
Long time.
I used to be the Muzzy King.
Not anymore.
This is
What are you
so
laughing about, Omar?
I believe Brady took
What
that title
are you?
from you.
The first deer I ever killed with a muzzleloader on one knee, 125, boom, smacked him.
Stoned him.
I'm just laughing because it used to be the Undy King too. So.
I'm still the Undy King.
He is still the
I'm
Undy
still
King.
the Undy
Oh,
King.
Boot King, sorry.
Well, Boot King was temporary.
You have a lot of
I had it
kingdoms.
for like a day and then it took it from me. But,
He
but I was the Muzzy
right
King
now
for years.
his titles are Undy King and Logistics King, without a doubt.
I was Muzzy King for a couple years.
Yeah, Brady took that from you though.
It's true. Yeah. But I had it for a good 3-year run.
You did.
Not too many
Brady-
people killed their very first deer.
No. But
Especially
very
in the
few
West.
people have gone down the rabbit hole the way Brady has with muzzleloaders. He is the unequivocal Muzzy King.
Customize a lot, all because of Porter. He inspired me back in the day.
That's
you
what
know?
it was. That's what it was.
Could you
I just-
feasibly reload if for some reason you got lucky and the animal didn't spook, or it spooked but then froze? Could you reload and get a second shot with a muzzy or not?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's
I'm
it.
pretty quick. Especially those little speed loader systems. You have the powder already loaded, dump it in there,
Yeah.
drop the bullet, ramrod right next to you.
You're laying down. You're just going like this.
Yeah, you're slamming it in there. Like, you can do it quick.
Are we going to be practicing this? Is this part of our
We
training
really
regimen?
should. We should really
Yes.
time it.
I should.
He absolutely should practice cycling rounds.
Yeah,
That
for
is
sure.
that's actually a great. I mean, I remember like on our elk hunt, I was like, we need to practice in the off season at the range,
Yep.
like standing up and on one knee, and
Yep.
like you don't do that enough. You do all prone, and you get really, at least I do, really comfortable. The quick shots and the different different setups is like way underrated.
Yeah, you mentioned that a couple times on that thick timber last year. You were like, it's just a different. You don't have as much time, right? Because the animals are just like you get a glimpse
In and out.
in and out.
By day 4, I felt so much more comfortable in
Yep.
there than day 1 in that timber. That was painful.
That's where I think your psychotic logistics behavior, like that, you'll feel better when you get a plan on paper where you're like, here's my bow hunting plan. Here's all the steps required. That's what I want. Whatever the office pool is, I'm in. I want to buy some squares on that one.
I'm really looking
Where's the GOHUNT ATV, by the way?
My house.
Oh, it is?
I'm really looking forward to follow-up podcasts, too. This is going to be the year Porter's on the podcast a lot.
Yeah, a lot.
Mid-season updates,
Totally.
the Monday morning updates with the YouTube videos.
You know how they do
Guys
like
are
the
starting to
news
really
channels
raise
will
the
like
bar
throw it
on
out to the
this.
field for like let's go to Jerusalem and talk to our field reporter like Lorenzo. It's like let's just get a PIW update and just be you in your office. Get like a 90
We're gonna Omar. We gotta get a series going.
I say we just pull the whole Jordan Last Dance documentary style, like
Ooh,
with
that's
a
a good
big
one.
tag like this, just go all out.
This is not some gov tag thing. Like, let's not build it up too much.
That's what, and that is my 2 cents. Is it's not. It's definitely not. And if you want to have fun on the tag and you want to enjoy it, to know that migratory hunt is in your back pocket, like there's nothing more fun than that. There's so few tags up there, and the way you hunt it is it's nothing but fun.
There you go. You got that in your back pocket.
I mean, you're looking over 25
That's
plus bucks a
December.
day.
I gotta look at the dates.
You're literally looking over 25 plus bucks a day.
And he can hunt that on the PIW.
Yeah, he can hunt that open hunt.
Look at that. The gov tag, if you get that, is it
Like
the
if you,
same
it's
rules?
the silver state tag. So if you drew, so we all applied for the silver state tag as well, but there's only 2 of those.
Okay.
Which is, and there was, what did we say there was of these? I already forgot.
25.
25 of these.
But what's the difference? Like, can you go any weapon?
Silver state is open with a rifle statewide, August 1st, December 31st.
Okay.
So that's like,
That's different.
Yeah,
if he had that,
that's
if
a
he-
different
Yeah, if
situation.
he drew the silver state tag, first of all, I would not be happy for him. I'm happy for him with the PIW tag. If he had the silver state, I would not be happy. I would be crying
That's
to
where
myself.
people are out there with their bow and you're just lobbing it over them.
And he- I
What are
mean,
you doing? You just
not
walk
even-
around.
he'd be the
Is
only
it
guy
like
that-
in my head, I picture this like medallion, like Flava Flav, like with this big
He'd
thing. You just
be-
walk around with this like silver state.
There would be him and 3 other guys in the entire state able to hunt August 1st.
that's
in the
crazy.
entire 3 guys in the entire state, not in the same unit. The entire state. That's that silver state tag.
That's
so he's
crazy.
one level below silver state, which is PIW. Which it is different because you're tied to season dates and weaponry. You don't have any favorability of like taking a gun on a bow
Yeah.
hunt or even dates before anything opens. That's why I say, like, just if you really want to enjoy it, where I would find satisfaction with the tag and being able to like ditch all the stress, it's like, man, I have that migratory hunt in my back pocket,
Yeah.
and how fun would that be?
Yeah.
You know, all the boys up there just wall
Wall tent,
tent,
man.
drinking
That's
beers
post
at night.
rut, right?
It's migratory. I mean, you were looking over just piles of deer coming into Nevada,
That is a good backup plan.
and just I know
The
I know
quality-
5 people, probably more if I really thought about it, but I know 5 people off the top of my head who have hunted it, and talk about fun. I mean, to know that that's your ace in the hole, or
Yeah.
like kind of your runner-up trophy. You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't necessarily bank on killing a big deer up in that hunt, but you're gonna kill a really nice buck, and it is gonna be fun as hell.
Yeah. That's awesome.
That's
All right.
where I would find calmness in having this tag. Is like, man,
You
I'll just-
would, but will he?
I'll book those dates with me and my buddies, because who else is hunting December 1st? You know what I mean? Like, no one.
Yeah.
Let's go run up there for 8 days
Yeah.
and have a wall tent camp in the snow, hanging out.
Well,
Fires at night,
Deal.
chilling. You know?
Yep.
Days are so short. A lot of tent time with your buds.
Yeah.
You know.
The nice thing is too, like that long season, you get like people are gonna be itching that time of year to get
Exactly.
back out.
Exactly.
Itching.
It's
That's stressful though. If you go there, if you
Well, you
go-
just- you
'cause
basically-
that's your last chance. There's a
you
couple
just,
good
you treat
hunts in
that as
November.
you treat that as like your hunt for the not obviously trying to put this into good terms here. You treat that as like you drew that tag. You know what I mean? So your expectations are kind of out the window. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, let's just go have fun and kill the
Yeah.
best buck we can find in 7 days.
It's
Yeah, I mean, you didn't feel stressed. I mean, like last year, we had 5 days in Colorado, right, for your elk. Hunting days,
Yeah.
right? It wasn't stressful. It was fun.
Yeah, that's your back pocket. Is that style?
yes, and then there's a couple rut hunts in November. Yes, there's some back doors for sure.
Yeah.
But at that point,
the wheels are turning.
I'll be 25,
He's
30
already
days.
the wheels
are
thinking like,
turning.
see what he just said?
Yeah.
I'd already be 25, 30. Don't think about it that
Well,
way.
I just wife
Don't think about it that
would
way.
definitely be on
You
the
need to-
not happy side.
You need to book with the family and wife. Just book December 1st through the 8th. Just book it now. You have
Just add it to her calendar.
you
That's
have
what I
two
do is I
tags.
add it to the
You
calendar.
have 2 tags in your
Chris
pocket
is
right
hunting.
now. You have 2 tags in your pocket.
And I've
right now.
added my scouting. I already gave her this scouting days in July, and then the opener in August.
Yeah.
So she's already like, "How many hunts do you have?" I thought you had 1 tag. I'm like, "Well, I'm trying to explain to her. It is 1 tag." But she's like, "Why are you sending me 5 invites?"
Don't
Well,
tell her 1 tag.
Yeah.
You have 2 tags.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And then
It's
here's
2
the best.
tags.
You could
You
be the
get 2
best
tags. I
husband
like
on.
that.
Hey, Merry Christmas. I'm not going on that hunt anymore. She doesn't need to know that you already filled that.
Yeah,
in.
then it
You
looks
can't
better. Like,
go.
hey, I'm giving you this back.
Yeah,
you know,
like,
I'm
you
not
world's
going on
best
this hunt.
husband. Like, hey, Merry Christmas. I'm not going on the December hunt.
I've been in his living room. That's not the way that gets sold.
That's what I would do.
Yep.
It's. I mean, I am super excited though. I'm pumped.
That's fun, man. I mean, that's a cool opportunity. So once in a
The
lifetime.
opportunity, the tag itself, like what an awesome tag.
Yeah.
You know, just the availability of it, of hunts. The availability of hunts is so awesome. If you treat it accordingly and properly.
Well,
I
the
think
cool thing is too, it goes to show like you always got to apply.
Oh, yeah.
Like
It was
throw
$10.
your name
This
out
was
there.
$10.
It's 10,
Yeah.
yes, $10.
Like
And
you might as well apply.
It's
That's why
a
I go-
raffle. There's no points, no nothing. It's just $10 into a raffle.
that's unreal.
But let's talk about some options for you and Scotty.
Yeah, Lenz and I do have to apologize because now we are 50 some minutes into it and haven't hit a promo code yet.
That was not my fault.
I also can't help you there.
Yeah, it was kind of my fault.
So Trail will be upset at us.
Yeah, he will.
But Trail also does the same thing
Sometimes.
sometimes. So we need to hit a promo code. I think we should have Porter do it.
Porter, hit the promo
Give us
code.
promo code read.
No. This is what you guys do. I'm a guest. I'm a guest. But I will. But plug.
Because it's going to segue into our next topic.
I literally was just on our mobile app looking at all of our
Yeah.
filtering, looking at the dates as he's rattling off different hunt opportunities. And
Yeah, that's the beauty of
saving
it. You can now research 24/7, 365.
But
Palm of your hand.
this is going to be how do we put a tag in Scott's pocket using our product.
Yep. So if you want to figure that out, use promo code podcast. You can sign up for a GoHunt account, and you get 50 points back to the GoHunt Gear Shop, which is $50. Gives you access to all our research tools, GoHunt maps, everything. The hunting app.
Our
Yes.
app is not a mapping app; it's a hunting app.
Yep.
And there's literally no better time. I mean, obviously we're biased or I'm biased or however you want to say that, but there's literally no better time because you either have a tag and you should
Yep.
be getting gear, or you should be e-scouting, or you should be looking in the research into the unit you have so you can better understand what you're after, harvest success, percent of public land, where the public land is at, like all that stuff that goes into it. How many tags are in the field with you? Did they cut tags? Did they raise tags? Like, you really need to understand that right now this time of year. And then if you don't have a tag,
Yeah.
Scott Butler, it's even a better time.
It's
Yeah.
even better.
So
So
if you use the code, what do you get?
you use
50.
promo code podcast, you get 50 points back to the GoHunt Gear Shop, which is $50
credit.
to spend into gear.
Nice.
Boom.
And obviously you need some gear.
Yep. And the thing is,
you need a lot of gear. That's
Porter.
the other portion of this, though. Like, if you weren't Go Hunt and you are planning on hunting August 10th in Nevada all the way through December 31st, you need a shitload of different gear.
Yeah, that's a wildly different setup. It's like 10 setups.
You're talking you're talking the hottest of hot to the coldest of cold.
Yeah.
so you're going to be really utilizing those point systems in the gear shop.
Yeah.
I know a guy.
You know, guy.
No guy.
But the thing that's great though, like we're both talking, like Scott and I don't have a lot of tags right now, and
You keep saying that. I have 0. You have something.
I have something
in North America.
yes, I do in North America. But the thing is though, I even though like I do have some tags and I would love to have some more. Let's say I did not have tags. I am literally not stressed out right now about that fact that I didn't draw some of these tags because there is so much opportunity left on the table for me to pick
I'm
up a
excited.
tag.
I'm excited because I was about to get on top of a bell tower with a high powered rifle 2 weeks ago. Porter's like,
he was not stoked.
Not stoked.
Yeah, I mean, he pretended to be happy for me,
Yeah.
but our
no,
other,
I was happy.
our other, no, you were. Our other buddy Zach, they applied for the exact same first rifle hunt in Colorado. Our buddy Drew, he didn't.
Yeah.
His buddy Raider drew a bomb Utah archery elk tag.
So all his buddies are drawing.
So
He's
his
just-
buddies are drawing, and I keep telling him, "Oh, you're gonna hit. Just keep building points. You're gonna hit." Now
Because
he's
if
got
you're
like
Porter, you do hit every
Yeah,
other year. Every year.
Or every year.
Every year.
So I just want to understand maybe first, and then you could just pepper questions, and I'm going to run through a bunch of these like leftover opportunities, second draw, first come first serve dates for people to know. I want to know what was your application strategy going into this year? What kind of states were you applying in? How are you trying to set up your multi-state strategy? Because that's a big thing we always talk about here is like, yeah, you might live in a certain state, and yeah, it is expensive to travel to other states, but you do need to have a multi-state strategy if
Yeah.
you want to draw tags.
And a
in the West.
multi-state strategy sounds so like we need to coin it a better term because it sounds so
it's
like
intimidating.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
really not difficult. It's just something. It's fun to have a multi-state application going on. It's
100%.
a lot of fun.
Scott's the perfect example.
It's more
like,
opportunity. It's not like I don't know. That
He's-
word just kind of
He's
sounds.
got 4 kids at home. He doesn't have endless time. He doesn't have endless budget for hunting. Like he's like a typical user,
Yeah. Yeah.
and he's applying to give himself. So like, what states are you applying for? Because I think you're pretty methodical of like what you're doing and why.
So I think it's growing based on the feedback you guys give me in the app, right? That's what I was just looking at my phone for. So I was checking my point tracker, and I was checking, I have an inbox in my email, right? That's just hunting, so I can go back and make sure. This year, part of the reason I was riding the highs and the lows was because this was the biggest net that I'd ever cast was this year, right? So so Arizona, Wyoming, Utah, Nevada, and Colorado were all apps I put out this year. I didn't do New Mexico. I looked into the guide pool in New Mexico and wanted to see what that was about. That was one of the states that charges you when you make the app, right? So like one of my buddies, I think he spent like $15K just applying to everything, right?
Yeah.
And I was like,
Did he draw anything by the way
nothing.
in New Mexico? Yeah.
Not even, yeah.
So he got
nothing.
this money back, but still,
That's
it's-
right.
It's painful.
Yeah,
I mean, that's
so
a
you
lot
just-
of money
whatever.
to be out.
And then, so that's where I started. I was just like, and I think Wyoming was the first one, January rolled around. It was like, all right, let's go. So general, and then it was not every species in every state, but at a minimum for any state that I could get a point, I would at least buy the preference point, like in Utah, for example, right? Like, so no illusions that I was going to draw like a limited entry deer in Utah, but I was like, well, I'm going to get the point. And then, in Colorado, like Chris said, Trail said this last year, made a lot of sense to me. I was like, let's start building a point base, but continue to apply. So this year was like first preference in Colorado was just the point, and then second choice was going to be a unit that looked good for first rifle for us, right? And I won't say what unit because Mule Deer Jesus told me not to do that. So
What he's talking about, by the way, is you two know this, but for the people out there that don't, when you apply in Colorado and you don't draw your first, but you draw your second, you gain a point.
yeah, you get the point.
It's a good
and-
strategy.
Yeah, it's a lot like Nevada when you draw the PIW tag and you still get a bonus
Oh,
point.
yeah.
I just wanted,
Yes.
just wanted
It's a
to-
good-
I know
I
you
know
guys
where
are-
you're going with that.
I know you guys
Technically,
are-
you're correct, but
Yeah, that was
You
good.
guys are new to this. I just want to try to keep up.
So technically, like what Trail said, though, you are setting yourself up for the future because you are just kind of starting out. 5 years into
Yep.
building points, roughly. So
That's
you
right.
are setting yourself up to eventually you'll start hitting these certain states. And I think a lot of people get discouraged about the multi-state strategy, as we said, because it means like might sound like, oh, you're going to hunt all these states every single year. You don't have the time for it.
Yeah.
But you're really not. A lot of times you're just setting yourself up.
Your first year, 2 years, shit, even 3 years, you might be empty on all 5 states you apply for. But when you start getting around like 4 or 5 points in each state, now you're in the position. I mean, obviously you have a great chance of drawing a tag before that as well. But say you don't, which you're well on your way to doing.
Yep.
But if you have a pool of 5 points in all these states, like now you're really set up to where you're going hunting a
Yeah.
lot.
I would say
now
from-
come the future.
Yeah, from my perspective, it it was intimidating in the sense that like you had to be on top of when the application deadlines were, what each state's like, is it a preference point state? Is it not? Like, slightly different rules about first choice versus second choice, how many total stuff. That's again where the platform has helped out a lot, because you just go kind of read the articles. And then if there is any gaps in the articles from a knowledge perspective, then you just go to like the CPW website or whatever. And you're like, okay, that makes it fairly easy. So I didn't look at it as like, this is intimidating thinking about going hunting in a different state. I looked at it as, I know my chances with low point balances are so low that I want to increase the opportunity to go hunting somewhere, right? And like Chris said, the deal I brokered at home was, I would, a minimum one, I'd love to have 2 hunts a year. I'd like one of those to be a backpack hunt where we had a chance to go in and just experience the whole thing, right? Like I like surviving on what we take in on our back and hanging out there and getting water and doing all that stuff. So that app strategy was, let's do that. Let's go find some units that are doable, that we have the gear for, that we can get some new gear for. And I carpet bombed everything and struck out swinging every single time. So
the good news is
it's not over yet.
Knock on wood. Well, but 2025, you are Wyoming. How many points you're gonna have now?
I can check the point tracker. Wyoming is deer, elk, and antelope. I think will be 3 across the board, and then
So
Colorado or Nevada's 4 across the board to include cow elk, and then
I mean, Nevada, when you start, especially with how you stack your app as a resident, you're going to start to really have some solid odds.
Yeah.
Wyoming, you're like right there. And then when you're in there with Wyoming, you're there for like 3 different species. So it's like you could draw an elk tag one year, the next year deer. Like
That's
those
right.
and those are all backpack hunts if you want them to be. And then Colorado, you're now, how many elk points we have in 2? Going into next year? 3?
Going into next year, I'll have 2.
That's I mean,
And that's only because I made that mistake, 2 years ago when Zach and I went, where we sort of stupidly picked, I don't know if it's stupid or not, it feels stupid now, but I picked a unit that was 100% draw odds with like 0 or 1 points. Because
so
I
you could have
wanted
done
to
it
go.
as a second choice. and
That's
got
right.
a point.
Or just bank the point and go. I mean, in
Yeah.
the end, it ended up being like the joke I make is it sounded like Fallujah on opening morning. And it's just like gunshots ringing out everywhere.
you can draw some decent stuff with 2 though. And then,
So that was that's where we ended this application season up to this point, and that's when Porter talked me off the ledge.
So from a profile
Pop tech.
standpoint, he is way more into elk than deer.
Yep.
He hasn't got the deer bug yet. He will at some point.
You will.
Maybe, because he was on a deer hunt with us looking at giant bucks, and he's over there looking at like, oh, is that a legal bull? And we're like, bro, focus.
Hey, I was glassing up some
Yeah.
bucks too. Don't you?
And then rifle, right? So
Yep.
he's a rifle guy and elk mostly.
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy to venture out. I just think that the skill set required to be a bow hunter is significant, right? And then there's that. So
Your day will come.
yeah, and I'm actually looking forward to it when it does happen. I just think that there's something about when I set a goal and I want to achieve that goal before I move on and get sidetracked doing other
Once
things.
you do, because a couple more years, you're going to then get because with a bow, you can hunt them pretty much every year screaming.
Yeah,
And that's like a whole different thing.
that's a whole new. I'm in.
Especially because you want a backpack. So like there's a lot of opportunities
Yeah.
once you do that. So
So we're riding out. So I mean, I have questions about the secondary draw
Yep.
in Nevada. Leftover tags. What's the best way to scour the website? Am I just sitting at my computer hitting refresh every?
Yeah.
Is there some AI bot that can do that for me? Like all of those things are questions of mine. But I've also been lucky. Porter, Lorenzo, got to tag along with you guys, Brady at antelope hunt. So there's also a part of me that is I'm still so new that getting a chance to go into the backcountry and hunt and watch other people who are really, really good at it. Like watching you and Nate last year, the conversations you guys would have about how to close distance, what the wind's doing, how much shooting light do we have left? Is it worth getting over there? That might seem trivial to you, and you guys at that point because of where you guys are in your hunting career. I was soaking all that stuff up. So it's not like there's no fun to be had. It's just I remember walking out last year going I want a fucking tag in my pocket.
You want to press the trigger.
I would like to be pressing the trigger at some point.
I want to feel that.
Yeah, so I think one of the best ways right now, you explained your strategy. I think it's a really good strategy. Obviously, continue it. Eventually, you're going to pull some tags. But since you don't have tags, You said, how do I use the platform? How do I find these opportunities right now? And what's great is all the stuff I'm going to list right now are going to be like every single year I update articles on GoHunt on the membership side that you'll be able to check out these articles to figure out what these leftover opportunities, second draw, first come, first serve. So I'm just going to run through all these dates. I'm not going to fully explain them all. We can answer questions about certain ones.
Yep.
But just dates for people to be aware of and you to be aware of. I think it's really good because there's a lot of ones rolling out and it kind of might get confusing because if you miss some of them, you'll miss out. Other ones are open for a long period of time. It's open. You can keep refreshing every week. New tags will pop up. We'll explain those. But by the time this goes out, this one will already be gone. But the first one, Idaho controlled draw, June 5th. So like this would be one where I would suggest if you already tried to buy a hunting license in Idaho, try to do the OTC thing, you didn't get a tag, you already have the hunting license, you might as well apply for a controlled draw.
Okay.
Something you still could do because it's June 4th right now for us. So you do have the opportunity to try to do a controlled deer or elk hunt in Idaho. So it's going to be, some of the hunts are, lower draw odds or some that actually probably could draw. And you have to buy a hunting license though, so you're going to be out a certain chunk of money.
Yeah, what is that? About one for him to apply, like let's say, is it worth it for him if he has draw odds of like 10 to 20%? What's that going to cost him? Like $160?
Yeah, so about 100. What's it right here? 185.
forgot
185.
Idaho's
They
still
upped their fee.
Because
recently.
you didn't get a tag during OTC, right?
No.
Yeah, so he has that option now. He could pick up that $185 license and then try to apply in the controlled draw. And then his backup plan could be if he doesn't draw a controlled draw, there is these leftover Idaho tag sale dates we'll get to down below, which then you could possibly pick up an OTC elk tag in Idaho turnback system, basically.
What's a control? Like, what's the
The
definition
control
of
draw
a
is
control draw?
It's basically a draw where they limit the amount of residents and non-residents in the unit, and they have the OTC hunts.
Think about controlled in Idaho like limited entry in Utah.
Yeah,
That's what I was
limited
gonna say.
entry.
Okay.
So they have the general basically, and then you have your limited entry style. This would be limited entry.
Okay.
So you have that option right now that we can
So
talk
do you
about.
understand that? That's
Yeah,
actually
so-
good because the leftover list is what they call it in Idaho.
Yep, leftover list.
So the leftover list is really legit, and so if you apply, you'll feel the pain of the $185.
Yep.
It's like New Mexico where you're not building points. So that's the part where like your odds are never great as a non-resident.
Right.
But it's
So it's-
random.
But you're never behind the curveball.
Yeah,
It's never
true.
behind the ball either
Right, you
because
can-
there's no points.
Yeah, because there's no points,
You
right?
can find some 5 to 15% draw odds on like pretty good tags, and then the leftover list. If you don't draw,
Yep.
then you hit the leftover list. The leftover list is pretty active in Idaho. You can probably grab something. Like
Yeah.
not guaranteed, but there's something will come up.
Yeah, and typically the results for the control draw is like early July in Idaho, if I remember
It's
right.
quick.
And so I'll jump ahead a little bit, but this is going to be the second leftover OTC deer and elk tag sale in Idaho is June 27th.
Okay.
So you could apply right now in the controlled, and you could try to pick up an OTC tag right away on June 27th or wait till these later dates. And then if you do draw your controlled, you can decide if you want to keep your controlled or turn back in that
So I was
OTC
going to
tag.
ask you. Okay,
so you can do that.
So you're sort of
pick which
hedging
one.
with the OTC,
Yeah.
and then you can turn it back. Is it a full refund or is it like a partial refund? when
It's
you-
going to be a partial refund.
Okay.
Can't remember exactly what it is, but there is that strategy. So listeners won't get that same benefit because this podcast is going to go out on
a few days
a
later.
few days later after the
Yeah.
deadline's already out.
But next year.
Yeah, for you, we all like that's information. We're going to do articles on those OTC tag
Yep.
sale dates. So the next one I would talk about is what I texted you earlier was the Nevada second draw. That's the June 10th deadline.
Yep.
But looking at the list right now, there's archery, antelope tags, muzzleloader antelope tags. There's archery deer tags. There's nothing elk-wise on that list.
Yeah.
It's pretty slim on the Nevada second draw.
And you will burn your points.
Yep, you will burn your points on,
And so
on that.
you're starting to get up to where your points have some decent value. So that one's probably less appealing as a
less
resident.
appealing for him.
Yeah.
Actually, you do burn your points. The only other really good one next is going to be the Colorado secondary draw,
Yep.
and that's June 20th to June 28th. And there'll be another article on that walks through the process. You'll be able to see the tag list. Once that, you'll be able to apply for it and do it that way. So you have an option there. A lot of those tags get turned back. Pick up.
That's what I was going to ask you. So those, from a like CPW standpoint, those are what goes into the secondary draw are tags they'd already allocated for the year that just either got drawn and then turned back,
Yep.
or is it like they got some new bio data that was like, hey, we have a bigger herd here or whatever?
These are tags that got turned back in.
Okay.
Yep. The only downside of the secondary draw is you have youth preference. So youth will get, can't remember what the youth preference exactly is. Let me check if I can pull it up while we're talking. Youth receive 100% preference over adult applicants.
That makes sense.
So if you have a bunch of youth applying, they're going to get preference over you. So it's kind of hard sometimes on that secondary draw, but you have the tag list and you can apply for it, and
Those damn kids.
got to get them out there. But yeah, they do. And then that draw is also usually out middle of July. So you don't have to apply in the primary draw to do the secondary draw.
Yeah.
So it's going to be another chance to apply for a Colorado tag for you, an elk tag. So you can look at that list, find an elk tag, apply for it.
And when is that list published of the secondary draw units?
Last year, I published the article on like the 19th of June, and then the second draw last year was June 21st to the 30th. This year, it is, the 20th to the 28th. So I would expect a few days before the 20th, that list will become available.
Cool.
And that's going to be updated on that article, and you'll be able to see all the tag options you can apply for.
Love it.
You have Wyoming leftover draw as well, June 24th to 28th. Usually a lot of those aren't the best tags that are turned back in. Sometimes they have access issues and all that stuff, or wilderness areas.
Those limited entry, I don't know anything about the Wyoming one.
It can be anything, because then it's whatever people turn back
It's
or
not really
didn't apply.
general tags, though, is it?
Sometimes there can be general. Yeah, there's general deer. Sometimes there's general elk. But again, it could be some of those areas that have wilderness or hard to access spots. So it's not
Wait, so
ever.
is that a draw or first come, first serve?
That's a draw.
That's a draw.
Yep. You have Montana alternate list as well. That's application period June 15th to June 30th. So you could apply for the elk portion of that. So if there's a general elk tag turned in Montana, you'll all of a sudden after you apply, you put your name in and say you want to do elk, and then later on they randomize all those numbers and they give you a number on the alternate list. You could be number 15, you could be number 2,000, and that is however many tags that get turned back in, they'll go through that alternate list. So if you're one of the high, usually it's like first 500 people, usually go through that pretty quick. So if the tag turned back in, they'll send you an email, hey, there's a tag available, your name came up, do you want to accept it or not? So you can turn to decline it then. It doesn't cost you to do it. So you can shoot your name out there
Why wouldn't you?
for a general elk
I would
tag in
do that
Montana.
one.
Yeah.
That could be your back-to-back hunt as well.
Okay.
So that's another one. And again, you can decline it.
Yeah.
Once you get the email, I don't want to pay for the tag, and that's fine.
Yeah.
So it's an option to throw your name out there on the alternate list in Montana.
Love it.
Then the other big one, since you're a Nevada resident, Nevada first come, first serve. Mm-hmm. That's the one where it's kind of, they throw tags out there randomly. You're sitting there refreshing all the time. Hope you have another window open on your computer. And last year that opened on July 24th.
Okay.
Big change they did recently was resident tags that get turned in only go to residents. Non-resident tags that get turned in only go to non-residents. But there is quite a few, resident tags that get turned in.
There has been some insane tags.
Yeah.
So show up on that.
So that was going to be my question is like, I was assuming that people, I'm sure there's exceptions, right? Where somebody has a family emergency or something, but like for the most part, these tags that get turned back, if you draw an awesome tag, what's the likelihood that somebody's turning that tag back in?
Oh, which state?
Like any state. Pick
It's
state.
very, it
So
happens.
My brother turned back in a sheep tag.
Yeah. So here's some stats for you.
I mean, it like
just
things
life.
happen. Yeah, life.
Or-
Things were changing at work. He turned a sheep tag back in.
It happens. That happens less likely because he did it in the random. But these pref states like Utah and Colorado happens all the time because they know they turn it in, they can draw it again next year.
Yeah, because you get your points back, right? When you turn it in.
Yeah. It happens a lot.
So
in those
there is an
states.
incentive there. Okay.
So I don't have the 2023 numbers yet in Nevada first come, first serve. But 2022, from the article I posted last year, there was 108 antlered bull elk tags turned in Nevada.
Damn.
There was 13 desert bighorn ram tags turned in. And that's just once that date opens, have that window open, you're logged in, you keep refreshing it, a tag pops up, you can add it to your cart and check out.
And is it still, so there's no preference point implications there?
No, it's
Like,
just if you get it in your
it's
cart before
literally
the
the-
other person.
Yeah.
it is literally first
First come,
first
first
serve.
serve. Yeah. And they could pop up at 3 a.m., they could be midnight, they could be middle of the day, anytime. You never know when they're going to pop up. But that is an option.
Okay.
I mean, there's tags showing up. Like there was in 2022, 572 antlered mule deer tags. That was, again, 2020 numbers. I don't have 2023. And again, now they switched it where residents go to residents, non-residents go to non-residents. So
Right.
you have to hope it's a resident that turns it in since you're a resident.
Sorry, I just came up with an idea for him. I don't want to insert. Well,
Oh, no.
Hold on, real quick. What state are you going to?
I was going to go Idaho next.
Idaho. That's where I was. Okay. Go ahead. You could do.
Oh, but you have one more question about first come, first served?
You need
I mean,
to be,
it doesn't sound like there's
you're
any way to
retired.
like,
You need to be all over this.
dude, I'm gonna pay my 11-year-old to sit at the computer and just keep clicking. No, that's good. Okay, so I'm just trying to like.
How long are
Here's
you
one for
retired?
Idaho. Here's one for you for Idaho. And literally, shameless plug. I'm literally on our app. coming up with a plan with you. So Zach, his hunting buddy,
Yep.
drew an okay tag in Colorado. You should apply with him in Idaho for a control hunt. If you guys don't draw, you then have your license. There's a decent chance you guys can get a over-the-counter. Is it technically a leftover tag?
Yeah, left or tag.
Yeah.
They're going to be determined on what zone they are.
By the zone.
By the
but
zone.
there's a couple hunts on here with earlier dates than his early rifle in Colorado. Better, like you still get a little bit better of that tail end of the rut. Better hunt, or at least same quality, but better hunt, and you're gonna have more than 5 days. So it could be an upgrade hunt for him, and then you have a tag, and you guys go together.
That's totally worth $180 or whatever. Just
Yeah,
to have a chance.
185 to do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That literally, some of these hunts are better than the one he drew.
Yeah, it's a really good option to do, especially do the control. If you draw it, great. If not, try to pick up one of those turnback tags. So there is turnback tags. Again, they turn back for whatever reason.
And Idaho's those like regions, right? Like north, south, or
Yeah,
whatever.
big,
east and west.
like for elk, it's zones.
Okay, yeah, it's zones,
And then
right?
the deer tag, you have to pick the individual unit, so that becomes a little bit difficult to get a tag with your buddy. This still could be difficult to get a tag you and another person.
Yeah.
But there's a chance.
Super pressured stuff.
It's
Is
going to
it-
be that same thing where you have to log in at by 10 a.m. on the sale date. You go in the queue, you get a random number, then you go in there and it's a madhouse trying to add the unit or add the
Yeah.
zone and check out. So it's like it is stressful in a sense. Or you could travel up there and try to pick one up in person, which you just take a little
Kind of
plane.
fun though too. It's stressful, but it's like fun
Yeah.
stressful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was getting deer and elk mixed up. The elk is still by the zone.
Deer is individual units.
Yeah.
So zones are made up of
Deer is-
multiple units.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did that for. I did that. I think I left Idaho off, but that was I tried to log into the queue. I got like
Yeah.
a 227,969 or whatever
Not a
was
good
my
number.
number.
That's a
It was
great
not a good
number.
number. It was not a great number.
Yeah. The only thing I want to mention in first come first serve is you will burn your bonus points if you pick up a first come first serve tag.
In
Wait,
Nevada.
what's
In Nevada?
In
Nevada.
Nevada.
Nevada,
In Nevada.
yeah.
You'll
Nevada.
burn your points.
Oh,
So,
you
but
need
some
to
that could be
you
worth
should
it.
be
Like,
willing to burn
do it,
3
right?
points
Yeah.
all day long.
yeah, you'll burn them all day.
yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like someone
But I'm
who
going to go
has,
from 0.69 to 0.71%
Yeah, exactly.
if I get one
you,
more point.
You just burn those
I'm
points.
in.
You find one of those tags, you burn those points.
Do you feel that way for every species? So like
For you?
elk- Yeah, for
Yes.
me. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
It depends
oh, yeah.
on what
That's all I
the
had to
hunt
say.
is, right? Some
Yeah,
of these
you-
hunts are like okay hunts. You don't want to burn 4.
But you get to see what those units are before
mean,
you
Yes.
right pull the trigger.
If you're looking to get a tag and looking to kill, yeah, I don't care what tag it is.
Brandon got a 231 archery deer tag on this 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Damn.
I mean, the tags are better than you think. That
The only other thing
Some
to
of them.
worry about too is they implemented a new law last year where if you add a tag to your shopping cart and then decide not to purchase it, you can only do that within a 7-day period. So if you're going to add it to your shopping cart to try to like, I'm thinking about it, I don't want it anymore.
Yeah, you
they're
can't
gonna kind
hold
of
it.
penalize you for it, and
Yeah.
then you're not going to be able to add to your
Yeah,
cart.
because
for
what
another
was
7
happening
days.
is everyone was just stacking them in their
Yeah.
carts and
And
seeing what was happening.
if you use AI, like you're talking about, a little bot, they'll flag you and then they could kick you out and ban you.
somebody
Good.
got busted for that.
Good.
I'm not gonna say
They
names,
should.
but-
Yeah,
Porter. I'm just kidding.
but there, you should be all over that.
Yeah. I'm in.
It's just how hard are you wanting to work to get a tag? That's what
Right.
it comes down to in Nevada's first come first serve. So it's kind of fun, stressful at the same time.
Yeah.
But it's a
Whatever.
good way to do it.
Love it. Okay.
The other option, Idaho is going to have a second controlled draw, and those are for any tags remaining after the first draw. We'll go into the second draw, and that application period is August 5th to the 15th. So you have another option there
Yeah.
to try to get a controlled hunt. And that's just that limited entry style. Colorado leftover day, August 6th at 9 a.m. So again, after the secondary draw, then it goes into basically a leftover list, kind of like Nevada, where you'll have that list at 9 a.m. That list will go up. We have Madhouse people picking up tags, and every single week that list refreshes. And then you
From
can start-
people that turn back
turn
in.
back tags again. So then you can just keep checking that list throughout the whole hunting season. And some people do pick up some bomber tags on that basically leftover list.
Yeah.
They're just refreshed every week.
Short
It's a
notice.
Tuesday or
though,
Wednesday, yeah, and pick up a tag and go. So you have that option. And then we jump into, again, Idaho has their third leftover OTC sale date. And that's for their elk and deer tags. That's August 8th. So August 8th is another chance. If you have that $185 hunting license, you didn't get a controlled hunt, that's going to be your next chance to do it. They have another one September 5th, and they have another one September 26th. And the nice things about both of those, the list comes out on a Tuesday, and then the actual app opens on a Thursday.
Oh,
So you
sick.
have a couple days to jump into filtering, do some research
Yeah.
on the zone, figure out if you want to do it, see how many tags are available, and then jump into it. Maybe have a couple backup zones picked out.
Yeah. That's good. Idaho seems pretty. pretty opportunistic, more so than I thought.
They changed their how you have to go into that queue now. Like
Yeah.
they changed that, how you go about getting the tag. That's the only headache with Idaho.
Yeah.
But
That's in December. That
Idaho
one's brutal.
has some opportunity.
Yeah. And the nice thing is too,
Bless you.
I'm not saying this is a guarantee, but as you get closer to these hunting seasons, people might already have some hunts and they can't jump in to pick up
Right.
a leftover tag. So it could be increase your odds. Or it's the September 5th one, a bunch of people might already be out elk hunting
And
doing
that's
whatever.
that's why a lot of good tags get turned in as well. Is somebody might have drawn 3 tags and they're
Yeah.
like, oh, I can't do all 3.
Yeah, or
So
the
I'm gonna-
seasons overlap or whatever. Yeah.
And every single one of those I just listed, there is articles that will be published about it when we get the information. So I publish every single one. So you just got to check it out. It'll read through, walk you through the steps, let you know what are things you need to prepare for ahead of time to kind of like get in the know and then dive off into it. That's the beauty of what we do is showcasing all the opportunities.
And then there's just straight up over the counter Colorado as well.
Yep. That was the next big one.
Okay. Yeah.
That was where, I mean, that from the layman's perspective, that was the only like comfort solace that I had when it was over. Is like, all right, I've at least found a state where I know there is an opportunity where it's not a luck of the draw, not an electronic queue that I have to get in. Like I can literally put a tag in my pocket and go. And downside being super pressured. Maybe
Yeah.
the
Downside
quality.
being it's not going to be the best hunt.
Yeah.
You know, it's just not going to, but it's still hunting.
Yeah.
A bad day of hunting beats the shit out of a lot of other good days.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know?
and cruises for me, I think I said it on the last time I was here with you guys. Like, I mean, Zach, we went to a very pressured unit, and we're lucky enough to kill on opening morning. And that was a bunch of e-scouting on the platform. It was a bunch of asking questions. Where's
That's
there
when
going to be
Zach
water?
killed?
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is 2022. They were newbies.
Yeah. And
Yep.
you still got it done.
We got it done on. I mean, it's
9
it's-
a.m. on opening day.
Yeah.
Smoked one.
I mean, it's Euro mounted in his cabin now. It's a great story to tell. I had a fantastic time. I mean, it's not a trophy bull by any stretch of the
Oh,
imagination.
that's a
but-
trophy.
But that's what I'm saying.
Dude,
so
killing
like,
a bull on an
Yeah.
over the counter tag is a trophy.
Yeah.
that was fun. So yeah, so pressured, but that's what you just said made a lot of like. It was cool to hear that Idaho gives you a couple days to do a little bit of research too,
Yeah.
because it's like some of this stuff feels so reactionary where it's like, hey, you got to go now. Like,
Nevada's first come first serve.
yeah,
Like the tag
Take
pops up really quickly. Someone could steal it and add it to their cart, and it's gone. Like you have to know your units at a time. That's what's kind of good though, is just to be very well versed and utilize the platform and read the application strategy or figure out what those top units are. Use
Yep.
filtering to also figure out those units, so you know, like, hey, when this number pops up for Nevada, I know that's a good tag. I don't have to jump into filtering really quickly to check it out. You're already kind of versed.
See, and that I'll take it from the other perspective and go like there's so many units to look at that I actually started doing that for Nevada, but I was in reverse. I was going to the units where I was like, definitely not gonna burn. Like
Yeah.
not that it was a point discussion. I was like, harvest success is so low, or the herd levels are so low, whatever it is, and I'm like, dude, I'm not good enough to go hunt those places. So I took the 5, 6, 10 units, whatever it was, and just go. Unless it's one of these, the answer is auto yes.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
go that route.
And it's a good chance too. Like you could pick up a cow elk tag in some
Yeah.
of these spots too. Like you can find a hunt. I mean,
Yeah.
that's why I said I'm not totally stressed because I know there's all these opportunities. And yeah, I work here, so I see these daily.
Yeah.
And I push the articles out there, but I'm pushing the articles out there for myself and everyone else at the same time. Like you just got to be, checking out everything. We throw deadlines on social all the time. We have deadlines on email. We push deadlines in the app. So like you will be well versed on when these are all coming up and when you need to be in the know to do
That's
it.
awesome.
Like I said, we rambled through that really quickly, but it does make a lot of sense once you jump on the platform and look at the articles.
Yeah, I
and,
had no idea about the Montana opportunity that you talked about, and I had no idea about the way that the Idaho thing was going to go down as well. So those are things I'm going to go home and look at for sure
and
tonight.
I'm publishing the Montana one, I think tomorrow on GOHUNT. So I'll text you right when it's live.
Sweet.
You can just read it. It shows all the information you know about it. And like you just got to select the elk one. Like I said, then turn back in. You might get an email and be like, boom, now you got an elk hunt.
Love it. Yeah.
And you might as well do it because there's not really an issue too about getting too many tags. Like you still don't have to worry about that. Yeah, some of these are draws and some of the results come out later, but a lot of these other ones, you know the day of if you have a tag or don't.
Yeah.
And then the next week more tags are gonna pop up. So it's not gonna be an issue of too many tags. Now I have to refund it and lost a bunch of money. Like it's not gonna be like that. It's actually pretty smooth and ensure you can get a tag in your pocket.
Yeah.
Did you mention Wyoming and I just like glazed over that?
Yeah,
that
they have the
their-
Wyoming leftover draw. There's
That's
really
right.
not a lot of great tags.
Yeah.
And like I said, sometimes they are access issues, wilderness, stuff like that, or there might be some northeast Wyoming deer tags or something like that. A lot of private land issues, but like, I don't think it's the greatest for an elk. There's a lot of maybe cow elk opportunities that pop up. Like I still publish the article every single year, but I've never gotten really excited about it myself to jump in.
Does Utah do anything like leftover wise or secondary?
They do if they have available. I didn't put those on there. I was going to talk about more like the OTC stuff, but usually there's not any like great tags. Last couple of years there hasn't been any like limited entry deer tags, if I remember, that was actually turned in.
Sweet.
Should you look at OTC elk in Utah?
Yeah, you can do OTC, like we can jump in OTC now. Like there's a lot more OTC opportunities than Colorado elk. Like everyone always says Colorado elk. Like there's only OTC opportunity left, but there's more states than just Colorado elk.
Yeah, Trey blew my mind when he told me that in Utah. I was like, say what?
Yeah, so we got Colorado elk, you got archery, you got second rifle, you got third rifle, you got Oregon elk.
Yeah.
I'm talking about Oregon Rocky Mountain elk. You got Oregon Roosevelt elk, over-the-counter opportunities. You have, this is going to be deer. You want to talk about elk. We got South Dakota mule deer and whitetail deer, archery OTC. Utah any bull OTC that has a July 11th sale date, and they can sell out. So that July 11th is going to be important.
Yep.
And they have Utah Spike OTC. That's a sale date of July 18th. So there's another opportunity. Then you have Washington deer and elk OTC. But the problem is for some of those states, like why you don't probably hear a lot of people talking about Oregon and Washington, it's the distance you have to travel to go there. If you live maybe nearby and then it's easier, or you have a family there, you can fly and then do a bunch of gear and stuff like that. But there is opportunity if you're willing to chase it.
Yeah. If you can chase it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you have the time and could take a random vacation when a tag pop up, then you might be able to do some of this stuff. But there is OTC. You have a good chunk of OTC.
I dig it. Is there a way, trying to think of an intelligent question. One of the things that I think about now, having done the OTC route in Colorado, was the e-scouting associated with that particular unit that we went to. I remember hearing and trying to get as far away from the ATV access, the road access as possible. And we knew we were backpacking, so it was like, but outside of that, I didn't really have any sort of good strategy of how to hunt a pressured OTC unit. Okay. So whether it's Utah or Colorado, any tips you guys have for, other than this, the standard, get as far away from everybody as you possibly can, the season dates I think would play a factor there as well, right? Elevation wise, like third season is different, I assume, than first or second. Are the dates in Utah, do they have as many OTC seasons, or is it like a week in Utah?
I'm not as well versed on Utah's OTC.
I'll look.
I'll hop on it.
Let me just look.
We need trail for that one off the top of your head.
But it's a harder hunt. There's less elk.
Yeah.
The elk are pretty, most of the time, aren't they doing those units because they want those to be deer units?
Yeah, they're trying
to get rid of the elk.
Yeah. You have opportunity on the any bull. Some people do kill some good bulls on the any bull. And then obviously spike is spike.
Yeah.
And you've done that. But like,
tasted good.
Yeah. Like you were saying though, like strategies for a second rifle or third rifle OTC tag in Colorado for elk. Like obviously people saw the film. I was in, I guess, that state. Maybe.
Allegedly.
I signed an NDA. I can't quite talk
with
about
the state or yourself?
Myself. But like I did run into hunters. All right, I was mainly there for hunting deer. I did run into hunters, talking to them. They were always like, we can't find any elk. Like I'm an elk every single day. Again, my strategy is different than others. I just go steep and deep and gnarly. Like those bulls are pressured all season. Where they want to go, they're not running anymore. They want to get in the nastiest places. So I'm just hunting deer in those nasty places, and I would see elk. Yeah. So it is, like you said, is it just get away from roads, get away from people? I think that is a lot of it. Just getting away from the crowd. Like,
it's within reason though. Like there could be a spot that's not technically that far from a road, but it is nasty.
Yeah.
And that's probably where you should look.
What it comes down to me when I try to like do these seminars in the summer and talking to people or, random DMs or through insiders is like barriers of entry. Like if you have a spot that you at the park where steep, nasty uphill right away and it's through a burn, it's probably a barrier of entry. A lot of people are not going to walk through that. Or a lot of times even barrier entry is like if the trail like drops downhill and goes down the mountain, because like, you think if it's easy to go down, but you got to remember you got to come back out of it. So some people aren't willing to like climb out of a hellhole area from like where a trailhead starts. So like there's different ways to think about going steep and deep and rugged. It could just be somewhere close or big burn, steep, nasty mountain you have to go through. Like try to figure out those barriers of entry in that OTC unit that would keep people away.
Yeah.
Or it could be cold weather. Like a lot of people don't like to be cold. They like to go drive around their side by side, 10 o'clock, they want to come back to camp. What would you want to do? It's the only time to hunt. It's the only tag you have all year. You should be out there hunting.
Yeah.
So if you just stay out there all day, the animals start to act like animals again. You might see a bull stand up in the timber and boom, we have a hunt now.
Yep. Okay. And then obviously the gear is so different too. Third season, that's if you want a backpack hunt, third season, you're talking stove.
You
gotta have a stove.
Like
Have
that's
to. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just think of like kind of hunting on Everest.
Yeah.
Oh, just that.
Yeah, just that.
So oxygen, like
Yeah, I mean, you could for some of those
No,
OTC
you're-
bulls, they could be up way up high in 14,000. No, they're not going to be up that high, but
If you're doing the third season stuff in backcountry, you stove.
Gotta have it.
It's like not even a question.
yeah.
Do you guys know of anybody that makes a good stove?
I think somebody just started.
That sounded like a shameless plug. That was not. But okay. And then in terms of, so obviously third season, right? They've been hunted multiple different weapons for a couple of months straight at that point.
But there's a lot. You don't really have to backpack hunt. Like I always do because I just enjoy it.
Yeah.
And you've seen film before. I backpack hunt. This second rifle, third rifle seasons. I'm like you can still do some good day hikes where you can get away from people, and then come back to like a wall tent setup or whatever. But you're gonna want a stove at that wall tent.
Yeah.
It's gonna open the door if you're willing to backpack a little bit. But just know it's gonna be cold. You're gonna have to do your chores every night, get all that wood, do everything to survive. But then it also is a barrier to entry to people because water's gonna be limited, could be frozen. You might start melting snow. What kind of entry do you want on this hunt? Then are you willing then to kill an elk that far away and pack it out? Because I've made those mistakes too.
Of being too
Sorry,
deep.
Killing elk way too
our
far.
producer just yawned.
Oh,
Stretched
he's
and
bored.
yawned.
I know why.
Yawned.
He gets bored when I talk about elk. He's like, Brady, talk about mule deer, please.
Yeah,
Because
that's what it is.
he hates elk over there.
I want to hear Lorenzo talk about his elk extravaganza this year.
My elk extravaganza. We'll just film that one and let the film speak for itself.
To answer your question on over-the-counter Utah,
Yeah.
I just used our
Little
trusty
platform.
app because I don't know anything about it. There are structured dates. It's like an early rifle, there's a late rifle, there's like 5, 6, 7 day windows.
Okay.
And some of these look actually
Decent. Okay. When you guys at your level, if we're in the either first come first serve or OTC realm, is on the app on the platform, is harvest success something that you guys even consider?
No.
Okay. Is that because
Like I can tell you that elk extravaganza I'm going on, it's a unit that is, it's either the worst or second worst harvest success in the entire state.
okay? If you're in my position, because like I have looked at that number
I
and I
see
go,
what you're saying because I look.
Is it
that,
relevant?
That almost becomes like. I mean, I don't want to say a challenge by any means, but it becomes like, what was the style of hunting? Because where I'm going, there's multiple different styles of hunting, and I can tell you if you're going to do the side by side truck and day hunting, just from me scouting, I've never stepped foot in the unit. I can tell you it's going to be really tough just looking at it, right? But if you are willing to backpack it, and it is some gnarly backpack country, I mean, your odds are going to go. I mean, they're going to go up, right?
Yeah.
You're getting away from people, so odds go up. So that's kind of the way I look at it. I mean, with you, I mean, you're your prior life, right? Like you have some very high level training. You know what you're doing. You're a very self-reliant person. Like I would look at them for sure, no question. A lot of the times though, it's just a barrier of like how good the hunt is, right? Like how much action am I going to be in is kind of the, right? Like that's kind of the first notion it gives you. And you can kind of bounce it off other units and see which one seems to be more actionable, right? Like more action in that unit. But I wouldn't say it's an end all be all by any means. No. I mean, because you can only kill them if you're out there, and you can only kill them if you're in the right spot.
Right.
So
And the thing to keep in mind is too, a lot of those units that might have higher harvest success, you might want to look at what the public-private land allocation is in that unit.
Correct.
Because it could be a unit that has a lot of private land. These are just guys who have
A lot of
private land
ranch
access,
bulls
and that's
and
why they're
stuff.
shooting
Yeah.
more bulls.
yeah,
And the other thing, the main thing I look for when I have hunted, even when I'm trying to hunt deer units in that state, is looking at how many hunters are surveyed for that elk unit. So you can figure out like, oh, all these OTC units, people can kind of move around or whatever. But like there's certain OTC units that might have a high number of hunters surveyed. And then the unit next door could have the same elk population, could have the same terrain, same everything, but a little less hunter pressure.
Skews the data.
So I might then go into that one that has a little less people, just because there are going to be less people in the field, and I have a higher chance then to kill a bull. Even that harvest success could be 13% or whatever.
That makes sense.
Because like right now, just a quick look, like 15% and greater in Colorado OTC second rifle. There's 34 units that meet that criteria. That's a lot of units to start diving into to research.
Yeah.
There's a lot of options.
Directionally, I think it's really valuable. They're telling you there's a lot more to the data. It's like the U.S. inflationary data. It's a lot more than just
A lot more than meets the eye.
But I mean, some of these I was looking at Utah OTC, and it's like 4% and trending down. That's just from a single data point telling you it's no layup of a hunt.
Not a lot of action.
Not gonna be.
I read
what
that
you
as
just
not
said.
a lot of action.
One of these is like 16%, but it's like mostly private in the unit. Exactly. So you got to look at like
Yeah.
more than one data point, but there's some good weight to that single data point. Like it should encourage you or concern you, and then
Yeah.
you look at.
It's not the
from
end of the conversation. It's just
No.
sort of like that's
No.
the bouncer at the front. of the
4%
club.
harvest success though is
You're not
on
That's a
paper
number.
that is going to be a challenging.
not a lot of action. I read that as like good luck finding bulls. If you do, you'll probably kill it.
Yeah. And sometimes too, I'll look at it in other ways. Like if I do see harvest success dropping, but I go into like the unit profile and I see the trending data is actually a lot higher, I might jump back and look at what was the weather doing that time of year. Was it a third season hunt that was 65 degrees?
Yeah.
So no one was killing bulls. Bulls were all timbled up. Nothing was moving around.
Yeah.
Or was it the high success rate that one year because of big snowpack and everyone had a heyday of shooting bulls because they're all moving around because they had to feed.
Which happens.
So you can look at the data, like you said, but you got to look at the bigger picture, weather patterns, snowpack analysis, like all these other features you can look at to then
A
find
big
which one
pop
to
in
hunt.
harvest success could be a real concern that there's no carryover, like they got whacked.
Yeah.
A really drop off could be super hot and great carryover because they really struggled the year before.
And they feel comfy, and then there's a higher pot. Yeah. that
And
makes
Mother
sense.
Nature has a big play on harvest success, like big play. So you got to. There's a
Never
lot
thought
of
of that.
factors. It's just when you look at it, it's just the first notion is like, okay, how much action? That's
Yeah.
that's the face value I get from it.
Yeah.
And then when I start going down the path of comparing units to each other, that's when I go into looking at weather from the last year and this, all the other factors.
And density of the animals, right? 4% could be like there's just not a lot of those species in that unit.
Which is not a lot of action, right? Like you're
Correct.
just not going to have that much opportunity. That makes sense. I started looking at it as, this probably sounds dumb, but there's some like skills that I know I need to get better at, and so these over the counter opportunities, secondary draws, whatever, are my chance to try to pick one or two of those things and go, let's go see if we can sharpen that skill this year. Like getting either finding good glassing spots, like the unit that we went to a couple of years back, super thick unit. So I'm e-scouting it. You pick some awesome vantage points that you think are great. You get up there, right? It's 11,000 feet, and I'm looking down. I'm like, awesome. That's just a Christmas tree farm.
A sea
Like
of
I
sticks.
can't see anything. So e-scout and finding units that are that I could be better at before I ever leave the house. At picking spots, whether that's water or glassing.
That one glassing spot that I fell in love with going into my Colorado hunt.
Yeah, you're so excited.
I was so excited. Our first morning scouting, I get up there, sun's rising. I'm like, oh, this is going to be sick. I'm like,
This is dog shit.
you can't see anything. And like on maps, it looked so perfect. So
That's right. We found a couple
good.
moose. Was that where we found the moose
no,
that morning?
No. This is remember we did that hike up the horse trail?
Oh, yeah.
And we didn't see an elk.
That's right.
We didn't see an elk till we got up there. They weren't down low.
Then we found a lot though.
We got to get you a bull elk down this year.
I'm excited to go explore the 9 different opportunities that Brady just talked about.
I will tell you, he is the best glasser for a newbie. Right? Well,
I mean, his prior life, he did a level of glass.
you saw it on my deer
for
hunt.
things that don't have antlers.
Well, he's got good eyesight, and yes, he's got his military background. But I mean, Nate,
No, he is very
Nate
good.
was blown away.
He's very good.
He's like,
I kind of wish
You're the logistics king, so I'm a glassing prince. Can we say that?
we remember we called it Scotty's knob.
That was my knob.
You sat there and he's
I
giving
mean,
his
your call
hand-
sign is Magnum.
That's true.
Scotty's knob, Magnum, kind of all goes hand in
I was
hand.
wondering how that related. I was like, all right, I get it now. Yeah. Well, I'm excited. I mean, this last year was the first year since I started that I had no tags in my pocket. Got a chance to go with you. Don't regret it at all. Went with Zach on the antelope hunt, and he killed an awesome antelope for his first one. learn a bunch. But I would definitely like a tag in the pocket this year to try to go
Well, we're gonna
apply some of that
We're
stuff.
gonna find something for
So
you.
I'm excited.
You have a lot of tools in front of you, a lot of opportunity there to pick and choose from. It's just like, yeah, what do you want to chase? You know, it's like, what type of opportunity and what state and what are you looking for?
Yep.
And then just honing down from there. And
And then we got to get the gear going.
I think you're in a
Dirt
really
rental.
good mindset though for like trying to get your first one going with just elk.
Yeah.
I think you're in a good mindset with that instead of getting scattered.
I mean, I definitely apply
That's a good
it.
point. He is focused. Like he
Yeah.
wants a bull elk.
Yeah.
He's reasonable on like size. I mean, he's killed a spike before. He wants to
And
just
quality of hunt. Like you
mature
were very
bull.
reasonable. It's a great mindset to be in. You're in a good spot.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
You
He's
guys,
flexible in his style.
Yeah.
any other questions you got?
I think no intelligent questions at this point.
Anything you want to pepper Porter about? We can make fun of him. You know, his hair's starting to grow a little bit.
I have third season gear questions. I mean, one of which was the stove situation, if we're going to backpack it or not. Because
You have to have a stove.
right, that's easy. Not easy, but that's done. And then we got some boots. Would you say a new boot goofing? I need a lighter weight boot. The Scarpas let me down last year. They didn't let me down. I let me down by sticking a new insert like a week before we went. So.
I mean, that third rifle dates is like the 12th through the 19th or something
Yeah,
like
third,
right.
that.
third
Straight
rifle,
mid-November.
I mean-
9th to the 15th this year.
That is,
It's gonna be cold.
I would go insulated boot for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely want something 200 or above. I mean, you're gonna be walking around a lot,
Yep.
but you're still gonna sit down and get cold. So maybe that like 800.
The gear depends on like the camping situation is the big variable there. Boots is the big one. You already have a lot of like late season.
Well, your deer hunt, the
Weather
one that I
stuff.
went with you guys on, that was cold.
That was very
That was
cold.
very
That was,
cold.
I mean, I think we were sub-zero when we got out of the
Yes,
truck, right?
That was very cold.
at the
Couple
bottom of the mountain.
mornings.
Yeah.
And you probably realize really quick, maybe the boots you had, if you were actually backpacking, staying out there, probably wouldn't have done it. But since you could get back in a vehicle and move around, you
Yep.
could get warmed up again. So
It's a different. I mean, that was the first time we were out there where I was like, dude, if we were out here for 7-8 days in this climate, no breaks, you're not warming up. There's
Yeah.
nothing like that's a different animal,
Whole different game.
a whole different ball game. So I'm excited.
Yeah,
Let's see what we can do.
that's backpacking third season is no joke.
Yeah, but that'll go into the filtering. So when we look at
Because
the
you're
units-
also like the other thing too, you potentially could be dealing with snow depths, like at certain elevations, and talk about like burning energy. Try going a mile in knee deep snow. You know what I mean? Like it's
Yeah.
very different.
I guess this would be the last question then would be if an animal like elk are being prepped, let's say it is third season, a lot of snow, if they're unbothered, logic says they would probably get out of the deeper stuff where there's readily like easier access to food, right? And water. If they're being pressured, I have to assume that is going to trump the immediate need for food, right? So they'd run back up to the heavy snow, higher elevations if they were worried about dying, right?
North facing hellholes is where
They're gonna hang
that
out.
would
Yeah.
push them.
Okay. And then how long they stay there is just a function of the pressure and the weather.
yep, they can
And
handle
food
a lot.
availability.
They actually can handle a lot of snow. Like there's
Yeah, they can handle a lot.
That
like
is
third
the
season,
kind of tricky
pretty
part
much
about
is.
third season, right? Is they can like
They could hang out up there.
up to
They can hang.
what 2 feet. They're like pretty comfortable,
They're-
and then
they're
they
pretty
can
hardy.
pull down though.
yeah.
They what?
They can pull down, so that's where it's kind of like just a little bit shitty, where they can be kind of lowish to mid to.
And that's where you get the
High.
issue too. Is like that's why like sometimes I throw those like those migration maps like winter range stuff on top of all the public land and try to figure out where the public private meets and where the winter range meets. Because like if you have a unit that's like really easy for those elk to get down or deer, like they could just come down to that private land in this late season if they get pressured or they get too much snow. Whereas I might look at a unit that doesn't have a lot of that, so I know no matter what weather conditions, I can hunt them high, I can hunt them low, hunt them in mid elevation, and try to like get all those zones and not
Yep.
have them get on private, which then obviously I can't hunt in private.
Yeah.
It's tough. It's tricky sometimes.
If it was heavily pressured and there was snow that was impeding their ability to feed a lot, north facing hellhole is the first thing I'd be looking for.
Okay.
Now, can you get access to it is the next, because snow depths could affect that.
Yeah. Packing out steep, rugged terrain is a big enough animal. Not do it in 2 feet of snow.
Yeah.
That'll make a man out of you.
No, it'll put some hair on your chest.
Yep.
That's for sure.
Well, I'm leaving here way more optimistic than I arrived about the
That was the
chance-
goal.
The chance that I'm.
You have options.
I have options,
Yep.
opportunities.
Keep the faith.
Yeah, and then I think the biggest thing for me will be like refining how I attack let's call them guaranteed opportunities, the OTC opportunities, right? So picking units that are and dates that are, whether it's harvest success rates. Now you guys have given me more to think about on that front, and then topography and climate, awesome, and then see what the turnback situation is. Maybe get lucky, pull a 231 tag in Nevada. Yeah, right.
Or a 111 elk tag.
Yeah, would also be sick.
Yeah, I know I saw some elk tags last year, but
There was a 111 elk tag last year.
Yeah.
We can't talk about where you did any of your killing, but I heard that's a really good unit in Nevada,
It's very good.
right?
It is definitely. Cow tags probably pop up there too.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely check out the Nevada tag. You can get shithouse lucky.
You really can. It's just doing your homework and
You
being
keep saying
diligent to watch all the
shithouse.
time.
I've always understood shithouse to be bad, but you keep saying it in like a really positive way. It's like, dude, I got shithouse luck. I'm like, yeah, but
Yeah,
you're
that is
smiling.
true.
Why are you? I'm confused.
What, Omar?
I will say, in one of the Big Hunt Guys podcasts that I was in, you guys convinced me to apply in Nevada instead of just getting a bonus point, and now I have a pretty decent mule tag.
That's
Yeah, you
true.
drew-
See the
you drew-
microphone yet?
We told
drew.
we told him
Can
to
people hear
apply
him?
rather not build a point, right? That's what you're saying?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we told you to apply. You're a resident. Why the hell would you not apply?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
And you drew a really good deer tag.
yeah,
What were your odds on that?
10% or like 9%.
That's where Nevada, you're going to start to. If you have 9 and 10% for each choice, your odds of drawing a tag are pretty damn
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, that's huge.
I think you're retired to say you should pick up a bow, because that's how I.
Well, I mean, how long are you retired for? You're not technically retired. You're switching jobs.
Yeah.
You're retiring from active.
That's right. That's right.
So, like,
it's
how big of a
I
gap
think
do
of
you
it
have?
more like it's paid time off.
Yeah, it's like you have a long vacation.
Yeah, at least until mid-August. I got nothing going on.
Yeah, there you go.
And then the next job will hopefully be, it will be flexible.
You'll
enough.
get just an amazing job. Everything will be good, and then you'll be like, "Hey, but listen. So I'm going to start this day, but like 3 days later, I'm going on an elk hunt."
I've already prepped this space a little bit. Like it was part of the recruiting process was a little bit of like, hey,
We almost
hey,
lost
so-
him.
hey, so how do you guys
We
feel
almost
about?
lost him to, can I say the city?
Yeah, feel free.
Dallas, Texas.
Nobody cares.
It was the most stressed I've ever seen him.
I'm so happy we didn't lose you.
We were really close. We were like
We're pretty stoked.
60-40, 50-50.
I mean,
At one point, we were slight underdogs to keep you.
I think it might have been more than that because I mean we scrambled the in-laws in town. They watched the kids. We got on a plane. We went house hunting. I mean it was
real.
It was very real. We were like touring. I mean I toured the office that I would be working
His
in.
in-laws kind of wanted to move to that city too, so he's getting the double pressure
Oh.
from.
It was some serious.
Why'd you pass?
Actually, it was my wife. I'll give her credit. She was like, "Hey, whatever you do post Air Force life is totally, a pivot career wise. Why would we do that at the same time that we also pivot the family if there's an opportunity that we could just eliminate one of those variables? Sort of like filtering for my life.
That was very good wife advice.
It was life filtering 2.0. And so I said, you're probably right. And she was great. She's like, if you're super passionate about this professional opportunity, like let's do it and we'll go. Are you? And I was like, I mean, I've never done it. I mean, you're asking me to,
Yeah.
I can't tell you I'm going to love it. She's like, cool, then why are we leaving? And I was like, well, when you say it like that, it sounds so simple. So we put that on the back burner so that we can see what life after flying
He's
airplanes.
got the hunting bug though, because part of his pros and cons of Dallas was like hunting was a big con.
It was a con.
He's like
That was
he's like
legit.
looking at like distances from Dallas to
Yeah.
Denver and like driving
And the realtor was great, but she was like, "Oh, we hunt. There's like a lot of like, pigs and like, a lot of hogs down here." And I was like, "Yeah, that looks like. I mean, that would be fun. I mean, don't get me wrong.
For one day.
It's like depredation. Like you load up an M4 and you just like hose ammo.
Yeah. No elk down there though.
No,
well,
no
not
elk.
free range.
No." And I was like, "Yeah, I don't think
There's
so."
some on some parts, but very hard to hunt.
I
Just
legitimately
not an option.
was map questing and like ways. Like I was putting in drive time from where we would live to like any of these units that we've been talking about.
You still use MapQuest?
I mean, Apple Maps, whatever. You,
Okay.
The fact
Well,
that
I
you know
remember
what
back
it
in the
is.
day we used to print off that stuff. That was pretty
Oh, yeah.
fun.
Oh,
trying to drive
God.
around with
That
MapQuest.
was.
Wait,
those
how
were
long
days.
was it? Like 20 something hours?
Yeah, minimum. Like where we went, where we went OTC a couple years back, was a 19 and a half hour, like nonstop to get to, the beginning of the trailhead to then hike. So I was like, I mean, this when I got back for that one, when I went and scouted by myself, I got up at like 3 a.m. from here, drove, and then I was camp set up, left, and was glassing before the sun went down that same day.
Yeah.
None of that was possible where we were leaving. So it was a legitimate con on the list. Where I was like, man, I got to ship weapons and like call in favors and like I'm gonna have to like rent space in Porter's garage to leave my gear there. I was like, this is not a good deal. So
I just talked to an insider yesterday. I did a screen share with him. He drew a tag where we hunted last year. He's from Texas, and so he was talking about how long the drive was and
be even further to that place.
Far.
Yeah,
far.
I almost said the unit, Brady, but I'm.
And the Dallas Stars lost in
Right.
the
And they
conference
beat us.
finals. I know, but we're gonna tear down Dallas here, so you don't ever think about going back. Cowboys suck. Can't even make the playoffs.
We don't even say that word.
Dallas Stars lost the conference finals. Astros cheated.
Dallas Mavericks are in the NBA finals.
I know, but I wasn't bringing that up. I was going with the bad stories.
They're
first.
massive underdogs to the Celtics. So
How big underdogs?
They were like 6.5 point dogs.
Which is kind of crazy when you think about Luka is first in every single stat line.
Yeah.
Did you see that? He's first in every stat line in the playoffs. Every single one. First. It's just one all the way down.
Somebody blew my mind the other day and said he has more all NBA team than Steph Curry does.
Whoa.
Like Luka's been in the league, I think 6 years, and he is 5-time like all NBA or first team or whatever. Is more than Steph Curry.
Dude, when they showed his the stat cast of where he ranks in all the playoff stats, it's one in all of them, and I'm like, there's no way that's true. That can't. Why is no one talking about this? Like that is like legendary status.
Vegas.
Your wife was here though the other day picking up your graduation gift.
She turned it into it was our anniversary.
Oh, excuse me, anniversary. Plug to your wife for being an amazing wife. But she's over here. I was asking her about Dallas. I'm like, how was it? And she's like, it was insanely flat.
She was e-scouting before we got there, and she got there and expecting us. I mean, it's way more green than Vegas, right?
Yeah.
It's a desert, obviously, but I mean, we live on the west side of town, so like when you drive to and from, I mean, you get the views at Red Rock, you get the mountains and
We
stuff.
get spoiled in the West of just having like elevation to look at.
Dimension. We have dimension in our views.
And it's striking
They have
distance.
no
man.
dimension.
What was Dallas like? I've never been there. It's just dead flat, like Midwest flat, or like what are we talking about here? There's no
mean,
hills.
There's like little gullies, I would say.
Really?
Like like if you drop 50 feet in elevation, that's a significant emotional event. Like so it was different.
I got one more thing I want to circle back on. I didn't want to interrupt earlier. This
Please.
is totally random. We're going to leave the people with random fact here. Shithouse
Are we
luck.
talking about your girlfriend?
Shithouse luck. Did
No,
you Google
she's
it?
doing really great though.
She is.
Yeah.
Have we talked about her on the pod yet?
Yeah, we have. Well, last couple
Is she
ones,
going to
yeah.
come on?
We can have her on
Or are we going to meet her in the office?
the Bowens and Jordan met her.
That's because you made them do manual labor at your house for nothing, for waypoints. I think.
I did.
These
That was-
Groms,
they
they're
were the first.
insiders. They're diehard. They're actually at my house right now.
They-
Doing some electrical work. I pay him though, but he bribed him with some waypoints, which is actually in Brady's
I've never
defense.
given
He
hunting
never
waypoints.
shared.
They thought it was
ever.
amazing because I don't share hunting waypoints.
Yeah.
They drew an antelope tag where he's had an antelope tag before in
So I
North
gave him
America.
everything, every piece of
Yeah,
information.
but what'd you ask for in return? They like
we did manual labor at my house for 10 hours.
They moved rocks for
I'm not
12
kidding. That's not a
hours.
joke.
We had three
Dead
trailer
serious.
loads. We had to use a rock drill to break up the rocks in my backyard because there was just concrete rocks basically, and I had to haul them out in a wheelbarrow, dump them into a trailer.
I mean, I think that was a form of like capital punishment in some states in this country.
Yeah.
Whereas like you're on the chain gang. Which,
You dig rocks.
Yeah, you're gonna
That's
dig
what you
rocks.
do.
The
Like,
only
boom.
thing that they said was cool was his girlfriend brought out sandwiches.
yeah,
and
she was
off the
grinding
drinks.
as well. Grabbed the shovel, grabbed the rake, was hauling stuff too.
it's a woman after Brady's heart right
Oh
here.
yeah, she's amazing.
Wait, you put your girlfriend to work on your landscape?
Well, she offered to,
You had your hand up, producer?
but I had to get back to shithouse luck
I
here.
was gonna ask if
Let me
they were fed at least.
Yeah, they were fed
they were
sandwiches
fed.
once.
Bologna sandwiches.
No, I actually made them bear burritos.
Wonderful.
Oh, sorry. Sandwiches and bear burritos.
They were blown away with bear meat, by the way.
Bear
I tell
burritos.
everyone
They
bear meat's
did
good.
say it was decent. I asked him,
Yeah.
which I still have a hard time believing.
Okay, but yes, girlfriend,
So shithouse luck.
she's amazing.
Good, bad.
What?
Is shithouse luck good or bad?
Okay, shithouse luck. So this is a very credible source,
Wikipedia.
Urban Dictionary.
It's
An shithouse luck definition: an unlikely occurrence of good fortune / luck, very lucky, derived from Celtic or Scottish folklore. When one is out walking in the wilderness or remote area, works out perfectly what we're talking about, and happens to come across an outhouse when in dire need of defecating.
wow.
Shithouse luck.
Shithouse luck. There you go.
I was using the correct.
You were using it correctly. I wanted to give
Thank
Porter
you.
some good
You're the
prompts.
shithouse king. Look at
There you go.
The shithouse king.
You have 2 masters, all these fancy degrees. You're like all big time. You go like to DC and debrief all these really big DoD people.
High
and you-
level,
Yeah.
top secret.
Yeah.
Is I ask you all these questions.
Yeah.
You tell me I can't know.
Yeah.
Didn't know about shithouse. Rookie.
So now we know. And Porter
Way
just
to
broke
go,
the mic.
It's a perfect time to end.
Perfect time to end.
And on that note,
You can just hold that, Porter. But yeah, you're gonna get a tag. I have high confidence.
I
that
am
you will.
more. I'm
Not only are you going to get a tag, you're killing a bull.
Oh, these
Yes.
now let's one step at a time. But I'm
No.
excited.
This year we're killing a bull.
Okay,
We're killing a bull.
I love that.
Hey, trust the process.
Look at me. This is me trusting it. I'm in.
I might
I'm.
have to go to Colorado with him and help him smoke one.
I mean, if allegedly anybody goes to Colorado, I don't.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I don't know what you're
Allegedly.
saying.
Well-
Things.
That's one.
We'll
of
go
the,
to Russia.
Yeah, we could go to Russia.
He's spent a lot of time in Russia lately.
Got some big bears over there.
They do have big bears.
The border of Russia, I should say.
Yeah, I've never been to Russia.
Close.
On that note,
You can get him hammered, and he still is like
I know.
a steel trap.
He's
It's
a steel
unbelievable.
trap. Steel trap.
Why don't share hunting waypoints? That's just the way it is.
I'll share some with you, Scott.
Porter, you're making it worse.
I told you, just
stop
don't
messing
don't
with
touch
it.
anything.
happened
Just
here?
hold it. Okay. It's the magnetic thing.
And
on the
that's where
bottom.
we're ending.
And on that
And we're
note,
done.
all right. Thanks, guys.